A to the second letter.
Oh yeah. Let me take it there. Please brag on what you did. How you smash your first week sales. And it like your numbers make vaccines that heal weak cells. You brag when your money go somewhere besides yourself. Oh yeah.
Let's get it.
I'm going with our voice. Where they got them bullets flying like it's PowerPoint. And then I'm going down to Hotco. Where your chances of making it out of flock though. I'm with the Southside kids that I reach age. And then head for the keys like spring break. Cause I believe that we intervene with a needs great. And go and beat change. Let me talk about it. I get it poppin', you probably got a problem. Before they can stop me, gotta cut my power like I'm Amish. Hold the torch up high in the dick dark. The dream works no matter how bad the pics are. Cause I see how bad the globe is. But they don't know how bad our hope is. They don't know how bad we want this. It ain't where we at, boys, where we going. My young dudes, their success is up to you, but that's hard when you got 12 years of whack schools. So it's rap or it's backs. Either way, you get them bars. When they give up, we get charged. What's the system to our God? We don't fight for the W, but we fight from the W. Never said it wouldn't be trouble, but he bring trouble to whatever troubles you. A struggle through multiple valuable things that are wonderful. We suffer to hustle to what the truth. He wants to humble you, take you and break you and make you to another dude. Take away any other truth. He's the one that can comfort you, alright? Wait on it. Tomorrow we live. He making all things new. Making all things new. Tell the paralytic he gon' dance. Tell breast cancer that she won't win. Tell racism that he gon' end. What he doesn't heal now, homie, he gon' den. Let's go!
Sometimes the bomb might explode without any warning. It looks something like this.
This time it ain't a game, yeah. MJ with the 6 rings, yeah. Y'all better switch out your plays, yeah. On fire with the little flame, yeah.
This time it ain't a game, yeah. LeBron James coming through the lane, yeah. Y'all better switch out your plays, yeah. On fire with the little flame, yeah.
This time it ain't
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Champion Stadium tonight. We want to kick off tonight's game with senior night as we recognize all of our football seniors for the 2024 season. Starting off with number 5, wide receiver Dalton Carnes, son of Josh and Courtney Carnes. He has been a member of the football program for 7 years. Dalton plans to attend college and play football. Number 7, defensive back Gray Colbert, son of Corey and Summer Colbert. He has been a member of the football program for 6 years. Gray plans to attend the University of Arkansas for business. Number 8, defensive back Will Anderson, son of Cliff and Sarah Anderson. He has been a member of the football program for 9 years. Will plans to attend Oklahoma State and study sports media. Number 19, wide receiver Wyatt Brennan, son of Jeff and Christy Brennan. He has been a member of the football program for 4 years, and Wyatt plans to attend college in Texas and study food science. Number 24, linebacker, Tristan Carpenter, son of Dax and Jennifer Carpenter. He has been a member of the football program for 9 years. Tristan plans to attend Oklahoma State University and major in aeronautical engineering. Number 25, defensive back, Braden McLean, son of Rob and Deb McLean. He has been a member of the football program for 5 years. Braden plans to attend Texas A&M and become a member of the Texas Aggie Corps of Cadets. Number 28, linebacker, Braxton Kirby, son of Tim and Kelly Kirby. He has been a member of the football program for 2 years, and Braxton plans to attend college for a finance degree and pursue aviation in the military. Number 31, defensive lineman, Hudson Ball, son of Jack and Ann Ball. He has been a member of the football program for 6 years, and Hudson plans to attend college at UNLV and play football. Number 34, defensive back, Isaac Smith, son of Randall and Miriam Smith. He has been a member of the football program for 3 years, and Isaac plans to attend the University of Arkansas and major in business finance. Number 35, defensive back, Nick Wagner, son of Michael and Jolie Wagner. He has been a member of the football program for 4 years, and Nick plans to attend the University of Arkansas on a pre-med track. Number 42, linebacker, Carter Henley, son of Ashley and Alyssa Henley. He has been a member of the football program for 6 years, and Carter plans to attend Harding University and play football. Number 54, offensive lineman, Zach Weeks, son of Josh and Heather Weeks. He has been a member of the football program for 9 years, and Zach plans to pursue a business and trade degree. Number 62, offensive lineman, Andrew Dawson, son of Charles and Kelly Dawson. He has been a member of the football program for 5 years. Andrew plans to attend college and play football. Number 64, offensive lineman, Sid Scott, son of Tim and Cammie Scott. He has been a member of the football program for 8 years. Sid's future plans are undecided. And number 70, offensive lineman, Ben Carlisle, son of Benji and Lindsay Carlisle. He has been a member of the football program for 6 years. Ben plans to enter a pre-med program at the University of Arkansas and pursue a medical degree. And we have one more. We also would like to recognize Claire Thompson. She's been with the program for 1 year as an athletic student trainer, and she plans to go to the U of A. Saints fans, please give our football seniors one more round of applause as they exit the field. Next up, we're going to recognize our band, cheer, and dance seniors. Next up, recognizing our senior band members. Eleanor Moore, daughter of Chris and Katie Moore. She has been a member of the band for 4 years, and Eleanor plans to attend college after graduation. Danny Rivas, daughter of Mariellis Gill and the late Josu Rivas has been a member of the band for 7 years. Danny plans to attend the University of Arkansas. Austin Shy, son of Craig and April Shy. He has been a member of the band for 7 years. Austin plans to continue his education in the Northwest Arkansas area. Please give a big round of applause for our senior band members tonight. Next, recognizing our senior cheerleaders, we have Audrey Shy, daughter of Craig and April Shy. She has been a member of the cheer program for 6 years. Audrey plans to attend the University of Arkansas, majoring in hospitality management. Sophia Brown, daughter of Mike Brown and Kim DeSalvo, has been a member of the cheer program for 4 years. Sophia plans to attend the University of Arkansas. Allison Campbell, daughter of Brandon and Miranda Campbell. She has been a member of the cheer program for 5 years, and Allison plans to attend the University of Arkansas and major in architecture or animal science. Rebecca Kreiner, daughter of Brandon and Beth Kreiner, has been a member of the cheer program for 3 years, and Rebecca plans to attend the University of Arkansas and study business marketing. Lexi England, daughter of John and Jenny England, has been a member of the cheer program for 6 years, and Lexi will attend the University of Arkansas and plans to major in business. Reese Floyd, daughter of Nick and Meredith Floyd, she has been a member of the cheer program for 3 years, and Reese plans to attend Liberty University in Virginia and pursue a nursing degree. Jocelyn Hewitt, daughter of Ian and Suzanne Hewitt, has been a member of the cheer program for 6 years. Jocelyn plans to attend and continue cheering at Arkansas Tech University and major in nursing. Macy McCool, daughter of Noah and Danny McCool, has been a member of the cheer program for 3 years, and Macy plans to attend the University of Arkansas. Claire Mulcahy, daughter of Oliver Mulcahy and Michael and Tanya Riggins. She has been a member of the cheer program for 6 years. Claire plans to pursue a degree in elementary education at the University of Arkansas. Emma Sanford, daughter of Mark and Ashley Sanford, has been a member of the cheer program for 3 years. Emma plans to attend and continue cheering at Southern Nazarene University while pursuing a degree in education and ministry. Anna Satterley, daughter of Turk and Kendra Satterley, has been a member of the cheer program for 2 years, and Anna plans to attend and continue cheering at Southern Nazarene University. She will major in exercise science with an emphasis in physician assistant studies. Sunny Schenkel, daughter of Ben and Stacy Schenkel, she has been a member of the cheer program for 5 years. Sunny plans to pursue a degree in elementary education at Liberty University. Kelsey Thiessen, daughter of Jeff and Angela Thiessen, has been a member of the cheer program for 6 years. Kelsey plans to attend and continue cheering at Arkansas Tech University while pursuing a degree in early childhood education. Mara Marie Abide, daughter of Matt and April Abide, is a member of the inaugural dance team. Mara Marie plans to major in nursing at Xavier University. Evie Jacobs, daughter of Corey and Lindsay Jacobs, is a member of the inaugural dance team, and Evie plans to attend Ole Miss or the University of Arkansas. Holiday Henderson, daughter of Richie and Lisa Henderson, is a member of the inaugural dance team, and Holiday plans to attend Liberty University and hopes to continue dancing for the Liberty Flames. And Kayla Holland, daughter of Scott and Kelly Holland, is a member of the inaugural dance team. Kayla plans to attend the University of Arkansas, majoring in criminology in preparation for the FBI. Please give a big round of applause to our class of 2025 senior athletes and band members. One more round of applause as they exit the field.
Supposed to be here, pop a cork. God God did it. Flexing, yeah, of course. Made it out the bottom. Of course, I ain't gotta worry about a thing anymore. I just, yeah, of course, with a crown of thorns, feeling like a king. Yeah, of course, made it out the bottom. Of course, I ain't gotta worry about a thing anymore. I just, yeah, of course, with a crown of thorns, feeling like a king. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, young little hitter like a maestro. Ain't been anywhere that I can't go. Shawty tell me I'm a star, told her I don't need a gas. What I really need is good credit in the bag. Mama saw me sign a deal, I told her there it go. Now I'm waking up in lost on the wood floor. On my pride, I'm Mufasa, flex boy out of. God said he got it, so I stress not about it. I just, I'm a tired hitter, yeah I really do. People coming for the squad, get a coffin in the news. Been a king from a king, so my rings got a ring. Now my chains got a gleam, now my soul's been a beam. Well, of course, how you gotta drive with that power, need a horse. Young run like a demigod with a force. I've been feeling charged cause I'm plugged in the source. Playing from the end, I win, yeah, of course.
Hallelujah, oh Lord. One from it go when they bored. We ain't supposed to be here, pop a cork. God did it, flexing, yeah, of course. Made it out the bottom. Of course, I ain't gotta worry about a thing anymore. I just, yeah, of course, with a crown of thorns, feeling like a king. Yeah, of course, made it out the bottom. Of course, I ain't gotta worry about a thing anymore. I just, yeah, of course, with a crown of thorns, feeling like a king. Yeah, of course. Okay, let me give y'all a new style to run with, new ideas to bite, new way to surf on. Please prepare the thong. Mr. Minor is home, and I'm done putting y'all on. Get Doc on the phone. Ghost my moves with binoculars to duplicate it, but they don't see the big picture, so they can't trace it. I can teach you how to hustle and then finesse it, but have my cheese and my bread quick, make it deep dish. It's never been about the money for me. It's always been about the kingdom, dummy. I've been talking to the sun, he said the future sunny. Got a lot of haters, but my mama love me. I'm an artist, but more close to a trapper, cause I operate outside of the rules. You can't catch us. A lot of people talk, but they full of the stuff and pampers. Try not to hit the button like Trump and knew me a rapper, of course. Hallelujah, oh Lord. One from it go when they bored. We ain't supposed to be here, pop a cork. God did it, flexing, yeah, of course. Made it out the bottom. Of course, I ain't gotta worry about a thing anymore. I just, yeah, of course, with a crown of thorns, feeling like a king. Yeah, of course, made it out the bottom. Of course, I ain't gotta worry about a thing anymore. I just, yeah, of course, with a crown of thorns, feeling like a king. Yeah, of course.
I can't let nobody hold me back. I can't let nobody hold me back. I can't let nobody hold me back. I can't let nobody hold me back.
Never get far and never supported the show. And one of my teachers pulled me out of my class to tell me my grades were low. I never do good when people all in my little personal space, invading the dough. That's when I knew that I had to get out and go get it, cause they weren't gonna do it no more. Took off jet fast, now I'm on their tail, so tell them the school is out. Brought all my partners with me, straight out the city, and showed them a different little route. Ain't got a problem with saying that I love me some Jesus, yeah, they came out of my mouth. And all of them country girls and outlaws come straight out of the South. Let me take you back and show you where I'm from. Was down bad, and they told me I was done. Now I'm hardly home and always on a run. And I can say that it was hard for me. Let me take you back and show you where I'm from. Was down bad, and they told me I was done. Now I'm hardly home and always on a run. And I can say that it was hard for me.
The hooligans knew again, fluent in, moving souls. Need no Zans, need no grams, only IG when I roll. I just post up with the dogs, change your life with a bop. What I'm on, so LeBron, he's still the king, do my flops. Hey, hated the second, the rapper, the reverend, this rapper's a weapon of God. Hey, man of the message, you wanna request and I pull up like gripping the bars. Hey, can't be late, then don't get it mistaken, the fame that we gain is a walk. Hey, we give our glory to God, put our story on for you and put it in song.
Let me take you back and show you where I'm from.
You feel me?
Was down bad, and they told me I was done. Now I'm hardly home and always on a run. And I can say that it was let me take you back and show you where I'm from. Was down bad, and they told me I was done. Now I'm hardly home and always on a run. And I can say that it was hard for me. I done came a long way. I done came a long way.
Yeah, I'ma get it, that's for sure. I envision, then I go. Yeah, I don't never look back on the go. Pray hard and then I work and that's for sure. Yeah, I'ma get it, that's for sure. I envision, then I go. I don't never look back on the go. Yeah, pray hard and then I work and that's for sure. Ay, Pops always told me work for what I want. Yeah, always did when they told me that I want. Yeah, so I don't understand the spoiled tip. My parents' money spoiled rich. I've been on my own kick that I'm gon' have the world grip. Ayy, I just tuck my head and then I work and then I pray. Satan tryna get me on my game, but he might pray. Always wanted to be more, I'm feeling like I'm Ray. I slept in super ace and now I'm chilling with the grays. Diligent, I'm a rocket. Reading James like I'm Harden. I'm Chris Breezy, I'm popping. No more games, time to lock in. Got say the planet, I'm on it. Going for my dreams, yeah, I'm on a ultra beam. I'ma get it, that's for sure. I envision, then I go. Yeah, I don't never look back on the go. Pray hard and then I work and that's for sure. Yeah, I'ma get it, that's for sure. I envision, then I go. I don't never look back on the go. Yeah, pray hard and then I work and that's for sure. Ay, look. I don't get tired of the winning. Galatians 6:9, get used to my grinning. I ain't out here playing tennis, either with it or against it. Doing pushes why I got all these lanes extra chilling. When I came to the side, it was clear to me that these dudes ain't really who they pretend to be. Yo, never understood why artists don't grind hard. Ay, then it came to me, they been eating caviar. Ay, never perform with 4 people in the crowd. They never had to worry about dudes messing with the sound. Yeah, I bet they never had their team sleeping on the floor, skipping leg day. Bet they never even got sore. Ay, bet they first tour was a worldwide tour. Ay, bet they biggest worry was what type of car tour. I'ma get it, that's for sure. I envision, then I go. Yeah, I don't never look back on the go. Pray hard and then I work and that's for sure. Yeah, I'ma get it, that's for sure. I envision, then I go. I don't never look back on the go. Yeah, pray hard and then I work and that's for sure. Ay. They say pressure make diamonds, but I feel a lot of pressure on my back lately. Yeah, and I wanna give up, but I gotta put the world on my back, baby. Yeah, I done came from a lot just to get to the top, like yeah, it's a whole lot of pressure, but I'm still applying pressure.
Okay, from the jump, hit the squad and told them I'ma run it up, I'm cold with it. Standing next to me, you better bundle up and froze with it. Might put all my diamonds in the slushy, cut my floors, crack his floors mid. Tell him he ain't dope enough, your heart pump Kool-Aid and mine pump Douce. Please don't talk to me, cause I've been up 2 days. How you tap dance and run away but still...
This is madness! It's madness if I don't put in the work. It's madness if I don't believe.
So if they think that you are mad, let them talk. Let them wonder. Because the madness sets you apart from everyone else.
I am committed, and I don't care if this thing takes everything I have. I'm going after it.
You will believe even when others don't. Bring the madness.
And so let me look crazy for a season, and I'll live the rest of my life like a legend.
When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Friday night of Shiloh Christian football as it's senior night at Champion Stadium as the Shiloh Saints will host for the first time ever the Lake Hamilton Wolves. So Shiloh comes into this game winners of 4 straight, 6-2, and after losing the opener to Greenwood in conference play, the Saints have rattled off wins and have put themselves in a great position to get a bye in the second round of the playoffs. As you see the Saints exiting the Rhett Lashley locker room on senior night, my partner Cliff Anderson joins me. And Cliff, as you go through this name, a special senior night, we'll talk about those guys right out of the gate tonight, because this night's all about that group of seniors, one of which is yours, number 8, Will Anderson.
Absolutely. Special night. It always is on senior night. You know, we had homecoming just a couple weeks ago, and now we've reached the point of the season where every team around the state will celebrate their seniors and celebrate senior cheerleaders and band and just all the fall sports. Well, tonight we're focused here on our football team as they are about to come out and enter Champion Stadium. But yeah, 15 seniors. I mean, what a great group and what a great legacy that these 15 seniors are leaving. I mean, a record of 78-18 up to this point since 4th grade, that is, not during their high school career. That'd be a lot of games. But since 4th grade when they started. And I had the privilege of coaching a lot of these boys in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. They improved. Here's the biggest thing, Billy. They improved every season. And that's all you can ask for as a coach. You know, when I got them in 4th grade, a lot of them had played football before. I think we went 2-5. It was not a great season for our 4th grade Saints at that time. But then 5th grade, we got better. 6th grade, we won the championship. 7th grade, they went undefeated. Lost 1 game in 8th grade, 1 game in 9th grade, and have up to this point have had a great high school career playing in a state championship game every year since 9th grade. Have yet to win one. This is their last opportunity, and one that these 15 seniors are really trying to lead their team back to Little Rock and lead them to a state championship.
Yeah, it is cool, Cliff. You said exactly what I was going to say. All right, there. These guys have never not finished the season in Little Rock in the state championship game, and you think about how many players across who play high school football who kill just for one chance to play in a state championship. This group of seniors trying to play in it every single year of their high school career.
But, you know, what's really cool is that's the expectation.
Yeah.
And it started before this senior class. That has been the expectation for many, many years. I mean, you go back to the mid-'90s under Gus Malzahn and the success that they had and all the trips they've made to Little Rock, the 8 state championships, trying to add a 9th this year. And but like I said, that is the expectation here at Shiloh Christian School. Just kind of like, we'll talk more about this later, but just kind of like our volleyball team is to end up in Hot Springs playing for a state championship, which they will do tomorrow. Our boys, our football team, they expect to win tonight, finish the season next week, go into the playoffs, make that run to Little Rock, and you never know when you get in that final game. It doesn't matter who you play, unless maybe it's Little Rock Parkview. You just never know what may happen in that game. And, again, you see our captains there on the field, 4 seniors have led well. They continue to lead well. And I expect just a fun senior night tonight.
Yeah, if you're looking there, those senior captains for you, Dalton Carnes, number 5, number 64, Sid Scott, number 42, Carter Henley, and number 25, Braden McClain are the 4 senior captains for tonight. So a little bit about our opponent across the way tonight. It's the Lake Hamilton Wolves, who make the long trip up from the Hot Springs area, the longest conference game that the Saints have. Thankfully, this year we don't have to trip it down to Holly Springs, but Lake Hamilton makes it up this way. The Wolves come in with a 5-3 record overall, 3-2 in the 6A West. But Cliff, as you come in this game, boy, Lake Hamilton was rolling early, 5-1 overall, 3-0 in conference play with 3 just complete blowouts. But the last 2 weeks, they have really struggled. A 49-14 loss to Greenwood, a 36-0 loss to Mountain Home last week, who was playing without their quarterback at home. And so this is a team, and Well, it's almost kind of fitting their mascots, the Wolves, because they are desperate and hungry tonight. They need a win in the worst kind of way.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, I'm looking here at our the 6A West standings, and it's led by Greenwood leading the pack in conference play at 5-0. And then you've got Mountain Home and Shiloh at 4-1. They're both solidified in the second place position. Lake Hamilton coming in solo third by themselves at 3-2. So Lake Hamilton has a lot to play for. They may not be playing for a conference championship tonight, but they are playing for seeding in the playoffs. And if things go right and they win out, they could bump up into that number 2 spot from the 6A West, which would be a bye for them. Shiloh on the other side, they're in second place right now. All they've got to do, really, you would think, is win tonight, and they should have that number 2 wrapped up because Mountain Home and Greenwood play next week. You've got to assume Greenwood's going to win that game. So Shiloh needs to take care of business tonight, and they're in a really good spot. Lake Hamilton, they want to pull the upset tonight on the road and try to get back in that talk of getting that 2 seed.
Yeah, Lake Hamilton trying to get the 2 seed. Saints cannot clinch the 2 seed tonight. As you see the lights go out at Champion Stadium for the introduction. Shiloh can't clinch the 2 seed, but they can kind of de facto clinch the 2 seed with Greenwood and Mountain Home playing next week. And really, no matter what happens in that game, it's probably going to be beneficial to Shiloh. Either Mountain Home will get another loss, which would secure second place for the Saints because they have the tiebreaker over Mountain Home, or if Mountain Home pulls the upset, you get a 3-way tie potential for first. And in the point breaker standing, the Saints are going to be in a really good point of that. So Shiloh in a really good spot if they can win this game tonight a little bit. So as you see Lake Hamilton coming in, it's first time to ever play them. Cliff, a little bit different. You see teams that run in high school football spread, throw it around. We saw that crazy Morrilton-Farmington game that was 78-75 last week. That's not Lake Hamilton. They're going to run the wing tee, power run. They want to shorten the game and run you over.
Absolutely, and they're going to be led by number 44. We'll call his name a lot tonight. He is the leading rusher for the Wolves, Hayden Barton. He is a senior running back. He is a big, big boy also. He is, what is he? He's like 6'3", 240 approximately, so give or take a little bit there. But nonetheless, he's a big kid, and he is a player that we're going to have to definitely contain tonight. One thing I think that Shiloh has in their favor tonight, you just look at last week's game, the Lake Hamilton Wolves against the Mountain Home Bombers. Lake Hamilton gave up over 300 yards rushing to Mountain Home. And so Shiloh very strong on the ground game, led by their junior running back, Griffin Mason, as you see the team entering the field there. Just an incredible opening. And now that it's dark this time of the season, it's just a lot more dramatic with the lights out. So earlier in the season, it was kind of nonchalant, them running out with the fire, and you see them over in the corner or whatever. But a lot more effective with the gamesmanship here tonight while the season has changed a little bit. But giving up 300 yards rushing the Wolves did last week. I feel like Shiloh will be able to run the ball on these Wolves tonight. And the way the defense has been playing, boy, I really feel like we're going to see a great defensive effort. They have been great in the secondary, picking off passes left and right, stopping the run game. And so if those two things happen, Shiloh moves the ball and Shiloh stops the ball, I think that's a great equation for a win tonight. So we'll see what happens here. But with somewhat of a desperate team, still jockeying for their playoff spot in the Wolves, you may see them try some funny things on a kickoff, funny things on a punt. So Shiloh's just got to be aware of that the whole game tonight and just keep their lanes covered and just play disciplined football. And I think we'll come out with the victory tonight.
Lake Hamilton's going to kick it off. Tristan Morales will get it. Saints won the toss and said, give us the football. They want to start this game quick. Morales with the kick, a line drive kick. Salter's going to field it over his shoulder at the 5, to the 10, 15, 20. He's got a little bit of a hole, and he's going to be taken down at the 22. Tristan just couldn't quite get to the hole fast enough. But at the 22, 1st and 10 for Shiloh. So Lake Hamilton, as we mentioned in pregame, first time to ever play them. Defensively, their goal is to kind of make you earn it. try to drive down the field. Again, they struggled last week against Mountain Home. It was a 16-0 game, and the final play of the half, Mountain Home had a 102-yard pick six to blow that game open. So they struggled on offense last week and defense. We'll see if the Saints can get it. 1st and 10 as Kemp goes in motion to the right. There's the snap. Cole back to pass. Looks, he's going to take off running. Got some room, 25. Makes a man miss to the 30, and he's tripped up at the 35-yard line, but Cole moves the chains with a gain of 12 on 1st down. So they'll give him 11. They'll say his knee touchdown at the 34, so 1st and 10 for the Saints. Creighton had a little bit of a hole there, just took off running. Cole going to fire it out in the flat. It's caught by Slaughter at the 35. He's up to the 40, breaks a tackle there, and Zane's all the way up to the 42-yard line. So the junior wide receiver gets 8 on his first reception of the night. 2nd down and 2. Shiloh, again, the opposite of Lake Hamilton. They want to go as fast as possible. Saints doing a great job of that early. Henley at H-back to the right. Creighton back to pass. Looks left, looking, fires out in the flat. Caught by Kemp at the 46, and Chandler's going to be pulled down at the 47, but that'll move the chains with a gain of 5 for Kemp. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 47. Shiloh started this drive just outside their 20. They're almost at the mid-mill mark as we hit the 1-minute mark of the first quarter gone. First run of the night, handoff coming this way. Griffin to the 50, the 45, breaks a tackle, the 40, and he's going to be drug out of bounds at the 34-yard line of Lake Hamilton. So Griffin rips off a big gain there all the way down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 19 on that play for Griffin on his first run of the night. 10:51 to go. First quarter, Saints in a hurry. Creighton rolls right, looking, got time, steps, going to step up, and now he's going to be sacked at the 36-yard line. So Cole had time, just didn't have anybody open, and takes a sack. So Cole will lose 2 back to the 36. 2nd and 12 coming up as Garcia on the sack for Lake Hamilton. Trips to the left with Slider, Kemp, and Carnes out here. Henley and an H-back to the left. Back to pass, quick pass to Slaughter. He's to the 35, cuts it up 30 to the 25, cuts inside to the 20, and taken down at the 19. There's a flag down at the 22-yard line. We'll see what this is about.
It's probably going to be a hold. You had one receiver out there for Shiloh blocking 2 Lake Hamilton Wolves, so we'll see if that indeed is the call.
Holding, number 11 of the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, 2nd down.
So Kemp gets called for the hold, but being down at the 21-yard line, that'll back it up to the 31. So Shiloh's still going to gain yards out of the play despite the penalty. So it'll be at the 31 after we reset it here. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Shiloh. 3 receivers to the right. In the slot is Kemp to the left. Creighton's going to hand it off, coming this way. And there's a cut up to the 28 and gets a couple right there is Griffin Mason. Griff gets 3, so it's 3rd down and about 3 for the Saints. Just underway, first quarter, 2 minutes into the game. Shiloh with the opening drive, trying to go down and put some points on the board in this important 6A West game. Creighton's got Eldridge to his left on 3rd down. 2 receivers left are Carnes and Kemp. Creighton's going to change the play here. Play clock's at 15, so plenty of time there. There's a snap, handoff Max right up the middle. Breaks a tackle, 25 to the 20. Max is down inside the 20 to the 19 as Max gets 8 on his first carry of the night, and it's a Shiloh 1st down as the Saints enter the red zone. So good opening drive for Shiloh. 9:30 to go in the first quarter. Saints on the move at the Wolf 19-yard line. Trips to the left for Creighton. There's a whistle pre-snap. Saints may have got going. Nope, they're going to call.
Well, they're signaling offside.
Defense, number 5. It's a 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Okay, he pointed initially at Shiloh, kind of threw me off for a second, but it's going to be a defensive offsides on Lake Hamilton, so 1st down and 5 coming up from the Saints. 9:15 to go first quarter. Clock running. Saints on the opening drive as they have gotten all the way inside the Lake Hamilton 15. Lake Hamilton ships on the defensive line. Creighton back to pass, fires out in the flat. It's high and incomplete, intended for Slaughter at the 5-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down play for the Saints.
Great opening drive here for Shiloh, doing exactly what they want to do, mixing it up a little bit with the run and the pass. Brings up 2nd and 5. As you said, just inside the Lake Hamilton 15-yard line.
Creighton back to pass, fires out in the flat, caught by Slaughter, straight up the field to the 10. He spun down right there. He's about a half a yard short of the first down. So gain of 4, 3rd down and 1 coming up for the Saints. Shiloh will line up quickly. Eldridge in the backfield. He's got Henley's an H-back to the right. Max is going to go right behind Henley. He gets hit hard, but I think Max got the first down to the 8. So gets 2, needed 1. So 1st and goal for the Saints at the 8-yard line. Good job by Lake Hamilton of hitting Eldridge hard and quick, but he got the first down on the 3rd down. Griffin Mason back in the game as Eldridge goes off. 1st and goal for the Saints at the 8-yard line. There's a snap, handoff, right up the middle. Griffin to the 5, to the 4. He's hit there and driven backwards. Good hit by the linebacker for Lake Hamilton. So 2nd down and goal coming up. Saints have almost eaten up 4 minutes of the first quarter clock on this opening drive and have a 2nd and goal at the Lake Hamilton 5. Griffin Mason to the left to Cole Creighton, and now they'll shift him to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Cole hands it off. Griffin right up the middle. He's in. Touchdown, Shiloh. 7:56 to go in the first quarter. And the lights are off at Champion Stadium in celebration of the first touchdown as Griffin Mason with the 4-yard run and a great opening drive. So, Cliff, a 4-minute drive for the Saints. It's 4 minutes and 4 seconds is a long drive for Shiloh, but an effective one, 80 yards on the opening drive.
Absolutely. Great opening drive for Shiloh, getting the kickoff to start the game. And like I said earlier, they just methodically moving the ball down the field. Nothing deep in the pass game, just short runs, short passes, and just moving the ball on this Lake Hamilton defense. Again, last week in their loss, 36-0 loss, snap is good, the hold good, and the kick is up and good. Shiloh up 7-0. But in the loss last week, Lake Hamilton gets Mountain Home 36-0. Mountain Home ran, really all night long on this Wolf defense. And then you see right here, Shiloh taking advantage of the ground game and putting the first points on the board.
So Shiloh up 7-0. 7:56 to go in the first quarter. While we've got a moment, we want to take congratulations to Coach Nathan Bodenstein and the Shiloh Saint volleyball team. They had a great week in Van Buren at the state tournament this week, winning 3 games and defeating the state champion Valley View Blazers in the semifinals. Shiloh will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Hot Springs. Down there for the state championship, Shiloh will play the Greenbrier Panthers for that game. So it's the first matchup for the Saints and Greenbrier this year as Coach Bodenstein's team finishes at 33-4-1 going into the championship game tomorrow. So if you can get down to Hot Springs, that'll be great. If you can't, you can watch that game on Arkansas PBS. There's the kick. Line drive going to be taken at the 5, straight up the field for Lake Hamilton to the 15. Anderson nearly gets him on his feet and then tripped him up at the 23-yard line is A.J. Ilanen. So 1st and 10 for Lake Hamilton at the 24-yard line. Is 7:50 to go first quarter. Saints took the opening drive and went down and put us 7 points on the board. So now you will see the power run game of Lake Hamilton. They'll run the kind of the old-fashioned wing T that you'll see with kind of a dual running back. They'll move the dual running backs to a power on the left or the right side. They will throw it a little bit, particularly to number 24, the one receiver you see out to the right, Van D, but they want to primarily run it. On a first down, they're going to hand it to the fullback, and he's going to plow forward to the 31-yard line, and that is Barton. You're going to see a lot of Mr. Barton tonight. He's their big carry running back, and Cliff, we mentioned over 230. He's a guy you're going to have to work hard to get on the ground. Big running back.
Absolutely, and every time he gets the ball and we tackle him, we need to hit him. He needs to feel every touch from a Shiloh defender tonight.
2nd down and 3 for the Wolves. They're going to check off the play, kind of looking at the Saint defense, and then the quarterback, West, will check the play. West is going to hand it off, coming this way to the 32-33. It'll be right at the first down markers. Murphy took that carry off the left side. So it's going to be a little short, 3rd down and a short one for Lake Hamilton just outside their own 33. Lake Hamilton a little bit of tempo here, trying to see if they can go quick on 3rd and short. Quarterback sneak, and he's across the 35 for the first down. Lake Hamilton does what they want to do there and move the chains to go through. So approaching the first part of the first quarter, Saints up 7-0.
You know, you see, I think you can see it, tell it on the screen there, a big offensive line for these Lake Hamilton Wolves, led by 3 seniors across the front, 2 juniors. They range in size 6'2", 270, 6', 245, 6'1", 265, 5'10", 205, 6'1", 260. So pretty beefy along that offensive line.
Saints shift around and may have jumped off sides there. Shiloh was trying to shift to get Lake Hamilton to move, and instead somebody stepped in.
5-yard penalty, first down.
The neutral zone, so you see the 5-yard penalty on Shiloh. So 1st and 5 for Lake Hamilton. And Cliff, that's what you don't want to do. You want to keep Lake Hamilton. They want a 1st and 10, a 2nd and 6, a 3rd and 3. Those are the type of things you want to do. Try to get a team like this behind the chains and force them to throw the ball is the ideal situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just, a careless mistake there, jumping off sides, free 5 yards, brings up 1st and 5, as you said, for a wing T rushing offense. You just don't want to give them free yards.
West is going to hand it off to Murphy. Going left, Murphy's got some room across the 45. He fights up to midfield. He'll get the first down with a 9-yard pickup there. And it'll be a first down at midfield for Lake Hamilton. So far, the Wolves have had success with on the ground here in the first quarter. Siloam had some success on the ground as well, running a similar offense last week before the Saints buckled down.
Yeah, Dylan Murphy, number 1, that just ran the ball there. He is their 2nd leading rusher next to, again, number 44, Hayden Barton. So we'll call those names out a lot tonight.
West under center. There's movement up front again.
Got to be disciplined, guys.
Saints are going to jump offside for the 2nd time on this drive, and Lake Hamilton
defense number 60. It's a 5-yard penalty.
With a
first down.
1st and 5 again. So Lake Hamilton's coming up, doing a hard count, and then the center and the quarterback are kind of looking to the sideline. So Lake Hamilton getting what they want early on. 5:18 to go. First quarter. Saints had the ball first. Went down and scored a little over a 4-minute drive. Lake Hamilton has it at the Shiloh 45.
This kind of offense, and we talked about it last week, we talked about through the years playing Prairie Grove, that it's frustrating on the defensive side because they take the whole play clock and then they check off some and they try to make it jump off sides. You've seen it here already early in this game. You've got to be disciplined on the defensive side.
Hand off to Murphy to the 45. He's got some room to the 40. Cuts it outside 35-30. It's a foot race. Murphy down the left sideline, and Salter's going to knock him out of bounds at the 11. There's a flag late, too. So I have a feeling that they're going to wind up with a 1st and goal here after the penalty, so we'll see what this is about.
Well, it has to probably be a hit out of bounds. So we'll see what the call is. I mean, it came like when the tackle was happening out of bounds. And if so, that's going to really hurt Shiloh here.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Number 4 of the defense. A penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
So Salter across the way gets called for the late hit out of bounds.
And again, just on the defensive side, this drive here, just some undisciplined plays here. Jumping off sides twice, late hit out of bounds. You're just really helping out Lake Hamilton here after you took the opening drive down and got them behind a score early on, and now your defense is kind of letting Lake Hamilton move the ball on you.
So 1st and goal for Lake Hamilton at the 10. Again, they check with a hard count, trying to get the Saints to jump. West under center. Another hard count, the Saints jump off sides again. So Lake Hamilton really having success with Shiloh.
Number 60.
With the hard count,
first down.
With late in the play clock, so now it's going to be a 1st and goal at the Saint 5-yard line as the Saints have their 4th penalty on the opening drive. Not the start that you want defensively. Again, I mentioned Siloam had some success running this last week early on. Saints adjusted after about the 2nd drive and kept Siloam shut out until late in the game. So their defense with their back against the wall here. There's a quick handoff, and I think this time we're going to have a penalty on Siloam. I'm sorry, not Siloam, but Lake Hamilton, like the left guard, moved a little quickly.
False start. Number 74 of the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So it is a 5-yard penalty.
So that'll back Lake Hamilton up just a little bit here, but again, the Shiloh defense, ball resting at the St. 10-yard line, so need this defense to get a stop in the backfield, maybe force a turnover.
Handoff Murphy coming this way to the 5, and he dives down to the 3. He may have fumbled the football, and I think he got it back, though, so Murphy fumbled it, but at the 3, ball may have caused that fumble, but Murphy was able to get back on it. So 2nd and goal for Lake Hamilton at the 3.
And you can see early on there, Murphy, number 1, he is very quick, very athletic, runs hard, hits the holes very quickly. And again, Shiloh, when they have an opportunity to make the tackle, make the hit, they need Mr. Murphy to feel it.
2nd and goal for the Lake Hamilton Wolves at the St. 3. 3:30 to go first quarter. Saints up 7-0, but Lake Hamilton knocking on the door. They're going to hand it coming this side. Nothing doing. Good job by the Saint defense there as they hit the little quick trap play to the left. Couldn't get anything, so now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, and I think this is 4-down territory if you're Lake Hamilton. You got two downs, 2 plays if you're the Coach Gilleran and the offensive staff there for Lake Hamilton. You got 2 plays to punch it in on this Saint defense. What are they going to call up here?
So Lake Hamilton will go a power formation to the right this time. They've run it back to the left before. They come the same way with a quick trap, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown as Hayden Barton took the quick trap play up the middle and scored. So Lake Hamilton matches Shiloh with a good opening drive as they go down and score. So 2:52 to go in the first, and it is a 7-6 game, as the extra point is pending for Morales. And boy, Cliff, from a Lake Hamilton standpoint, that's the drive you wanted, but the Saint defense really helped them out. 4 penalties right there.
Yeah, they really did. And Lake Hamilton did what they do offensively. They moved the ball on the ground and very effective doing that, but they were aided by a couple of the penalties as the kick is up and good. We got a tie ball game here, but Shiloh's got to get a little more discipline on the defensive side there.
So Shiloh 7, Lake Hamilton 7, 2:52 to go in the first quarters. Both teams score on their opening drive. And we have some sponsors of Elite Video, sponsors of 2024 Shiloh Christian Football, Geo Services, Roush Coleman Homes, and McClarty Daniel. Champion video sponsors, Chick-fil-A of Springdale, Mr. Sparky Telecom, Mathis Home, and PaveCon. Elite Visitor Press Box, sponsored by Smith & Davis Orthodontics. Scoreboards this year brought to you by Arvest. Elite Championship sponsors, Reliable Poultry, Roush Coleman Homes, Quality Millwork, and Advanced Primary Care. Championship sponsors, Fast Lane Entertainment, Mossback Fish Habitat, Wright's Barbecue, C.R. Crawford Construction, Harps Food Stores, Osage Air, Tykeem DDS, Midland Industrial Services LLC, Bacchus Concrete, and Stubb Center for Cosmetic Surgery. Play Clock sponsored by Arkansas Children's Northwest. 7-7 our score, 2:52 to go in the first quarter as both teams with a long drive in different ways. Saints do it through the air, Wolves do it on the ground, with no pass plays for the Wolves on that drive. There's a kick taken at the 11, 10, Salters to the 15. He's got a little bit of hold. Look at him in this side to the 30. He's going to be taken down. Good open field tackle at the 33-yard line by Lake Hamilton. So Salter with a good return, though. Saints at the 33-yard line on their second drive. 7-7, 2:44 to go in the first quarter.
So Shiloh's defense just gave up their first score of the night. Got a tie game. What's the offense going to do? They come back out, have good field position here on their own 33-yard line. And we'll see a little bit quicker tempo on the offensive side than what we saw Lake Hamilton.
At the 33, Carnes is going to be in motion. Coming this way, he'll reset with 2 receivers here. Creighton's going to hand off. Griffin Mason coming this way. Griff to the 35, cuts it inside. It's going to be knocked down at the 39-yard line, so a gain of 6 on first down. Griffin a little bit slow. In fact, he doesn't get up. And Griff got hurt last week. Took a shot right to
injury timeout,
kind of the leg area. Has looked okay so far. May have gotten a little rolled up under there a little bit. Griff's limping a little bit, so he'll come off. But this time of the year, very few healthy football players, Cliff. It's really, you really get some beat up young men deep in this season. Creighton's got 2 receivers to his right here on second down. Cole fires out in the flat. It's caught by Slaughter. He breaks 1 tackle, but he doesn't break the second tackle as Lake Hamilton gets him on the ground. So Zane's going to lose a couple, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Saints. Good job by Lake Hamilton. Probably the best job they've done defending the bubble all night long. So 3rd down coming up. Saints trying to get the ball moving. Lake Hamilton trying to get a stop.
Yeah, and this will be a big momentum boost for this Lake Hamilton Wolf defense if they're able to force a punt here, a 3-and-out against this Saint offense.
Creighton back to pass, blitz coming, picked up well. Cole fires on a comeback route at the 45, and it's caught. Diving effort there and a catch by Slaughter, and he gets it a gain of 9 up to the 46. So 1st and 10 for the Saints. Good comeback route there, pretty well covered by Lake Hamilton, but Creighton put it in a good spot, and Slaughter went down and got it. Pulling in motion to the right with an H-back. They're going to hand it off to Max Eldridge. Max to the 45, breaks a tackle, and Max just doing what he does. He falls forward for 4 up to midfield. He was hit at the line, just spun off his tackle and got 4. And, you know, Cliff, every time we see the freshman running back, he just seems to be falling forward. It's amazing. Lake Hamilton rushing to get a player off. They do just barely. Creighton back to pass, fires out route to Slaughter, diving attempt, and he makes the catch at the 43-yard line. So Zane will catch Creighton's pass for a gain of 7, and that'll move the chains with a 1st and 10 at the 43 of Lake Hamilton.
Yeah, Zane Slaughter already the go-to guy receiver-wise here for Shiloh early on. 6 receptions for 41 yards. Zane last week against Siloam Springs had 8 catches for 158 yards. A lot of big plays last week by Zane Slaughter.
Handoff Max up the middle. Big hole, 40 to 35. Oh, he nearly broke the last tackle he needed, but he's down to the 33 as Max rips off 10 yards, and that'll move the chains for a Shiloh 1st down. So Eldridge with some good effective running here as we roll under a minute to go in the 1st quarter. They'll siphon him out to this way. It's caught by Max at 35 to the 30. Max to the 25 and all the way down to the 20-yard line of Lake Hamilton. A gain of 13 out of the pass play that time for Eldridge. Saints blocked it up well, and a 1st down. At the 20-yard line, Saints in the red zone for the 2nd time tonight. 1st time they put it in the end zone. Creighton slant, caught by Slaughter, up the middle. He will score. Touchdown Shiloh. That time, instead of the bubble screen, Slaughter went with a quick slant, and Lake Hamilton couldn't stop it. A 20-yard touchdown pass from Creighton to Slaughter, and the Saints lead it 13-7.
7 passes for 61 yards already early here in this 1st quarter, and 1 touchdown for Zane Slaughter, who's just picking up from, or I should say carrying on from what we saw in Siloam Springs last week. Cole Creighton loving his number 3 Zane Slaughter receiver here tonight.
So extra point coming for Aiden Pullen. Saints with a touchdown drive. Kick is on the way for Aiden, and he puts it right through the middle of the uprights and into the net. So 34 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Saints have retaken the lead 14-7 over Lake Hamilton. Our platinum sponsors of 2024 Shiloh Christian Footballs. First, we'll see the replay of Creighton as he hit the quick slant to Slaughter. Just split the seam right there. Safety and corner couldn't get there. And the Saints take the lead 14-7. So our platinum sponsors of 2024 Shiloh Christian Football, Harris CPA LLC, Elite Masonry, the Goldfish Swim School of Rogers, Carbon Designs, First National Bank, the Rogers Insurance Agency, Family Holistic Planning, Taberset Fab LLC, Williams Tractor, Canis, Eclipse Construction, Loma, the Teamwork Core Value Signs by the Creighton family, PRZ CPA and Advisors, Focus Family Eye Care, Black Hive Impressions Online Boutique, TRS Healthcare, Retriever Academy, Sims and Renner Insurance, Olecki Construction, Prestige Consumer Healthcare, Riggs Contracting Concrete Specialist, AR Care, Ozark Sportsman, the Story Law Firm, ERC, and Universal Supply Company. There's a good kick. Lake Hamilton's going to peel it on the bounce at the 5 to the 10. The 15 breaks 1 tackle, the 16, but he isn't breaking the 2nd tackle. Is returner and thrown down there. Good open field tackle by the Saints, number 30. Cooper Croft, the sophomore on special teams, makes that play. So 28 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter. And, you know, Cliff, one thing we were really impressed with last week after Siloam had some success on the opening drive, from the 2nd drive on, the Saint defense shut down the running game of Siloam. See what adjustments have been made by Coach Henley and his staff on drive number 2.
Yeah, again, you don't face many teams that still run this kind of offense, and so you don't practice it a whole lot. And it does take a little bit of adjustment, just like you said last week at Siloam. It took really that 1st drive. The Saint defense made some adjustments, and then you saw what happened the rest of the game. And look at this, first play out of the gate here. And who's that?
Barton on the carry, Henley on the tackle.
Oh, yeah, Carter Henley, one of the seniors. Senior committed to Harding. they've got a great defense at over there in Searcy, Arkansas, the Harding Bisons. And Carter Henley will be heading that way after this season. But that should wrap it up for this first quarter. Pretty quickly played first quarter. Not a whole lot of stoppage of the clock. But Shiloh on top, 14-7, which is right where they want to be.
Yeah, Cliff, you talk about Harding. They've got several Saints on the roster over there at Harding, kind of becoming a fertile. They have found the ticket from Springdale to Searcy to get some recruits. So as mentioned, Carter Henley there, Bo Williams, remember, who played for the Saints last year, a member of that football team too. Eli Wisdom, who we called for years down there, is now at UCA.
Yeah,
so
Bodie
Saints
Neal.
played in there. Yeah,
Bodie Neal's at getting some playing time this season. I think Bo is red-shirting. They usually like to red-shirt their freshmen over there, so I think Bo is red-shirting this year. Hasn't played yet, but Bodie Neal, after red-shirting last year, is now getting some action there. And so, great program. And like you said, man, good teams at the next level want to pick players who have experienced success at their high school levels. Shiloh obviously has through the years, and Harding is reaping the benefit of some Saints over there.
Yeah, saw a highlight of Bodie Neal pancaking a defensive back a few weeks ago for Harding. So we saw that on Friday nights here at Champion Stadium. He's just taking that to the collegiate level. So as we get ready to start the second quarter, our first down run was hit at the line of scrimmage by Henley and no gain by the running back Barton. So it's 2nd and 10 for Lake Hamilton as the official starts the play clock for quarter number 2, 14-7. Shiloh leading. Obviously, with this type of offense that Lake Hamilton runs, you're going to see a quick moving clock at times tonight, but particularly since they had a long opening drive. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, they'll check to the sideline, see what play they want to run. Send a man in motion. They're just going to run a toss sweep right to the big fullback. He lowers his head as he's across the 20 as Barton gets it up to about the 22. And Barton is down on the sideline over there. So the running back for Lake Hamilton, they'll stop the game and check on him, but Barton was going to have to come out on 3rd down as the official stopped the clock to check on him. He kind of got sort of somersaulted, taken out at the knee area on the tackle, so hopefully he's okay. I see him on the sideline over there under you can see that Lake Hamilton football tent, and he kind of hobbled and limped back underneath that tent.
Well, we've seen our starting running back, Griffin Mason, limp off the field earlier. He's still on the sidelines a little bit, trying to see if he can get back in the game. And now you've got Barton over there for Lake Hamilton struggling a little bit.
So at the 21, it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for the Wolves. See if they throw it for the first time tonight. They try to. West fires over the middle. It's intercepted at the 35, the 25, rather, the 20, and taken down at the 19-yard line. Chandler Kemp picked it off, and Shiloh comes up with a big play. So for the first time tonight, Lake Hamilton puts it in the air, and the quarterback's 1-for-1 passing, but unfortunately the one for him is caught by a blue jersey as Kemp, the junior wide receiver defensive back, picks it off for the Saints. So here's a replay of this one, and Chandler just sat in coverage and said, I got it, guys.
You know, the secondary and the cornerbacks for Shiloh are just so good, and we've talked about it all the time about how they just read the quarterback's eyes. These guys, Chandler Kemp's a receiver on the offensive side, so he really knows and anticipates what a quarterback is about to do. Really, really helps the Shiloh defense out.
Saints at the 19. They'll be the 3rd time they've been in the red zone of Lake Hamilton, and Lake Hamilton, Shiloh 1-on-1. Saints going to call a timeout to get through set. But, Cliff, if we kind of go back a little bit, we talked about what adjustments would the defense make. Well, on 1st down, Henley drills the running back in the backfield for no gain. That put Lake Hamilton behind the chains. Then on 3rd down, they had to throw. So when you play a team like this, it's so important to get them in situations 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Those are not successful plays for Lake Hamilton, and then the Saint defense made them pay for it.
Absolutely. I mean, a perfect example of just what you described there of what a defense needs to do against a team like this with this kind of offense, wing T, misdirection type of an offense, is get them 2nd and long, 3rd and long, bring up a passing situation that they're not as comfortable doing, and then you can see what happens a lot of times. An errant throw.
Oh, bad snap. And Creighton's running to get it. He does back at the 31-yard line. So not sure what happened there. The ball went flying off to the left. There was nobody in motion right there. So just a bad snap of some sort. So second down and long now for the Saints all the way back at the 31.
Yeah, about 12-yard loss it looks like there against Shiloh.
So Creighton and company with a lot of yardage to overcome. They'll send Max Eldridge out to the right here. Henley stays in the backfield for protection. There's a quick out. It's going to be caught. And out of bounds at the 21-yard line is Kemp as Chandler gets about 10 of it back on that reception. So now third down and about 12 coming up for the Saints. Probably 2-down territory, so ideally you'd love to get about 5 or 6, get half of it here. Give yourself a little bit more manageable third down. Henley's going to go in a slot to the right with Carnes and Beach as receivers. Saints are going to go empty here with Kemp on the left. Now they'll shift Eldridge around the back to pass, complete to Eldridge, and he's taken down in the backfield. Good job by Lake Hamilton. Is coming up from his linebacker spot is number 5, Caleb Rouse, the senior. He kind of sniffed that play out. So Saints are going to have 4th and long now, and the turnover. It looks like Shiloh's going to try Aiden pulling field goal right here.
Well, we've seen Aiden kick several field goals already this season. So it looks like about a 40-yard.
From the right hash, so got a tough angle too. Snaps a little high. Aiden gets it down. He kicks it, and it is no good. Had the distance, but just a little bit left. So the 40-yard field goal by Pullen is no good. And Lake Hamilton, after the turnover, they get off the field as they get a stop. So 10 minutes exactly to go in the first half. It's a 14-7 game. And so, you know, Cliff, when we talked about Lake Hamilton having a rough first down play, the Saints did too, and they didn't overcome it.
Yeah, I mean, just that bad snap just really hurt the Saints offense, and then not able to hit Max coming out of the backfield. A missed block on the side there that would have freed Max up for a little run after the catch. And so just some offensive mistakes there on the offensive side that Shiloh needs to correct. Defense back on the field now.
So Lake Hamilton will reset it from the 20 with the high school football rules. It's like a touchback on a kick attempt. They're going to run this way, and the running back's going to get a couple. Looks like that was Murphy on the carry. Kind of looking around, and you see 44 Barton, who was kind of banged up earlier, back in the game, still with a little bit of a limp. Murphy gets that first carry, so there's 44. And White, talk about he is a big running back. You don't tackle many guys who look like that from the backfield, but that's what Lake Hamilton wants to do. So second down and 9 coming up for the Wolves.
And Max Eldridge coming in from the defensive backside, making the stop on the defensive side. We've called his name a lot. Plays all over the field, both sides of the ball.
There's a run play coming this way. Lake Hamilton's got some room across the 30, and up to the 31 is Carson Jackson. So kind of a wing back. That's the true more wing T offense you see, with the wing taking it. And Lake Hamilton with a good run up to the 33. They'll move the chains on first down for Lake Hamilton. Wolves again come in 5-3, 3-2 in conference play. Have lost back-to-back games to Greenwood and Mountain Home the last 2 weeks. So they are trying to get themselves back in a better playoff positioning. Quarterback will look at his wristband, as everybody will, and they'll adjust what play they want to go through on 1st and 10. Quick hitter up the middle, and Henley grabs the fullback, Barton, and just stones him. He falls forward for 2, but Henley blew that play up in the right at the line of scrimmage. Barton just gets 2, but a good job by Henley of blowing that up. So 2nd and 8 coming up for Lake Hamilton.
Yeah, you talk about Lake Hamilton's record here. I mean, if they were to lose this game tonight, they'd fall to 3-3 in conference, and then they would drop all the way down to the 4, maybe the 5 spot in the potential playoff picture. That's just a tough spot to be in. You're going to be on the road all through the playoffs.
Quarterback doesn't have anything. West is going to turn and scramble. He avoids 1 sack and now throws it about 5 yards short as receiver incomplete. Threw that one straight into the ground. Is intended for Van D. He's the primary receiver weapon that Lake Hamilton likes to use. They're a leading receiver, but only with 24 receptions on the year of a team that only runs primarily 1 receiver. So that just tells you how much they don't really prefer to throw the football. good pressure by the Saints there. They defended it well, and that's the thing, Cliff, you have to be really careful of with a team like this. Boy, they'll lull you to sleep and then try to hit you with a big pass play just out of the blue.
Yep, absolutely. So it's 3rd and long here for the Wolves, a position that they don't like to be in. It's the position Shiloh wants to put them in. They've got them in it right now.
So at the 35, 3rd down, see if the Saints can get off the field. There's a whistle, and Lake Hamilton pre-snap calls a timeout. Looked like they were going to throw the football again on 3rd and 7, but the coach's staff calls a timeout. 7:56 to go in the first quarter. Saints 14 and the Wolves of Lake Hamilton 7. We will remind you that today is the final day for the Shiloh Christian Legacy Brick Program. The Legacy Brick donation is back for a limited time. Reserve your space in the Victory Walk in front of the indoor athletic facility at Champion Stadium. Starting at $500, Legacy Bricks are a way to support Shiloh athletics and remain a part of the Shiloh tradition for years to come. You can reserve your space today by visiting shilohathletics.com. 2024 sponsors of Shiloh Christian Football, elite video sponsors, Geo Services, Roush Coleman Homes, and McClarty Daniel. Champion video sponsors, Chick-fil-A of Springdale, Mr. Sparky, Telecom, Mathis Home, and Pavecom. Smith & Davis Orthodontics bring you our elite visitor press box. Scoreboards by Arvis. Elite championship sponsors, Reliable Poultry, Roush Coleman Homes, Quality Millwork, Advanced Primary Care. Some of our sponsors, you see a big crowd. It's a nice night, kind of cool for the first time. Had some rain in the week. Cool things off. Kind of feels like November football here, but not super cold on this night. 3rd and 7 for Lake Hamilton under center West. He's going to hand it coming this way. They got some room for the first down across midfield. Still on his feet and all the way down to the 43-yard line is Murphy. The power little run off the side works great for Lake Hamilton as they rip off a big gainer of 22 to the St. 43 and overcome the 3rd down and have a 1st and 10 at the St. 43.
You know, really right now, the Lake Hamilton offensive line doing a great job along the line of scrimmage, creating holes and securing their blocks, keeping Shiloh out of the backfield.
West will check into a different play on 1st and 10. Going to hand it coming this way. He's got some room to the 40, to the 39, and taking down his runner, number 1, Murphy, as Henley got him from behind, but a good pickup down to the 37 as he gets 6. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Henley making a lot of stops for the Saints tonight as his primary run. So Lake Hamilton's only thrown it twice. Once it was intercepted, once it's incomplete, but they've been able to have a scoring drive completely on the ground and pretty much doing the same thing here on their 3rd possession of the game. 6:46 to go in the first half. Saints 14, Lake Hamilton 7. West going to come up, change the play. There's the snap, comes this way, hit in the backfield, and then just fighting and churning his way down to the 37 is the running back there. Gain of maybe a yard as Henley makes the stop. So 3rd down coming up.
So it brings up about 3rd and 3 here for the Wolves. Big 3rd down for them after giving up a Shiloh game-leading score, down 14-7. They want to keep this drive going. They want to tie this game up. Big 3rd down for this defense, too. Get some pressure in the backfield, maybe force a turnover or a sack in the backfield.
Send Jackson in motion to the right on 3rd down. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, and he's going to plow forward and still on his feet and dives to the 30-yard line is Barton, and he has the 1st down. So Barton back in the game after being a little banged up earlier, gets the 1st down. But Lake Hamilton in the position they want, getting the 3rd and short, and they are able to convert.
So a fresh set of downs here for the Wolves. They keep driving down the field, just very methodically in their run game on the Shiloh 30-yard line, using up a ton of clock here in this 2nd quarter.
They'll send Jackson to the left this time with a power formation. Going to toss sweep it coming this way. Big room, 30, 25, 20, the 15, the 10. And the running back, Barton, is going to go all the way into the end zone on the power sweep, and Lake Hamilton sticks it in the end zone. And they are an extra point away of tying this game up. And so the power running game of Lake Hamilton has been effective tonight as Barton with a touchdown carry as Lake Hamilton, after the interception the last drive, This time they take it down the field and score. So extra point coming for Morales to try to tie this game with 5:05 to go in the first half.
And they caught Shiloh's defense kind of leaning heavy towards the Shiloh side. Great play call there by the coaching staff and the quarterback reading that as he saw not a whole lot of help there on their right side, Shiloh's left side. And Barton, as you see here, just able to split the defenders. Good seal block there on the backside by one of the receivers. And Barton just runs it in. He's excited. They've tied this game up.
Yeah, Lake Hamilton playing well. 5:05 to go in the first quarter. And so we mentioned Lake Hamilton struggled their last two games with Greenwood and Mountain Home. Well, they have played well tonight. Looked more like the team who started the season 5-1 with several dominant wins. Playing well tonight. In the 6A West tonight, several games. Greenwood is playing on the road at Fort Smith Southside tonight. In their game, we have Siloam traveling to Russellville, and then Mountain Home and Van Buren are playing. So we'll try to get you some scores here with that one if we can.
Yeah, some scores. Greenwood up big on Southside. You kind of expected that, 28-0. Mountain Home up on Van Buren, 12-0. And Russellville, 7-2 over Siloam Springs.
So kicking it off for Lake Hamilton's Morales. 5:05 to go in the first half. Dead even at 14. There's a kick taken by Kemp at the 4. He's going to come back out to the 5. Goes his way to the 15, the 20. Kemp's got some room. 25, 30, 35. Can he get to the corner? Oh, he's tripped up at the 42-yard line. Good return by Chandler. He almost broke that one, but Lake Hamilton did just enough to get him on the sideline over there and then get him on the ground. So good return by Chandler out to the 42. Good field position off the kick with 4:57 to go in the first half. As you see the replay of that, Chandler Kemp Saints it up the wall to the Lake Hamilton sideline. Kemp got there and then was able to get up the field and get some great yardage. Lake Hamilton shifts on the defensive front on a 1st and 10. Saints are going to float it out this way to Griffin Mason, who's back in the game. Griff to the 45, and he's going to be taken off his feet at the 48-yard line. Griffin gets 6. He's back in the game. Griffin had a little bit of a lower leg injury, didn't finish the game at Siloam last week. Doing better this week and took a little injury earlier in this game, but back here. Cole, quick slant. It's going to be dropped by Beach at the 45 of Lake Hamilton. Beach was open, just didn't quite see it coming fast enough, so 3rd down coming up for the Saints at the 48-yard line. Lake Hamilton's going to shift their front around here on 3rd down. Handoff up the middle. Griffin, he's got the first down. 45-40. Griff, 35-30. It's a foot race. Can he get there? 15. And he's going to be taken down at the 10-yard line. But a big run by Griffin Mason as he rips off a 32-yard gain. And it's a 1st down, and I think they'll say 1st and goal. They give it to him right on the 10, so it's officially 1st and goal. Eldridge in the game. On this play, Max coming right, and he's tripped up after he gets a yard, maybe 2, so 2nd down and goal. A little bit of a hole there, but Lake Hamilton was able to get a player to shoot through to get Max on the ground. You see Max kind of clapping his hands. He knew the hole was there, just couldn't quite get to it. 2nd and goal coming up with 4 minutes exactly to go in the first half.
This is an opportunity for this offensive line for Shiloh to exert some of their strength and power.
Cole fires incomplete at the 3-yard line. Intended for Slaughter. Pretty good coverage down there by Lake Hamilton. I think we have a flag down. Kind of waiting on the marker. It's right in the middle of the line.
On the eligible player downfield. Number 65 of the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
An eligible man downfield is going to back the Saints up to the 14-yard line, so 2nd down coming up. And, you know, Cliff, I know this kind of sounds weird to say, but I think I'd rather have 2nd and goal from the 14 than 3rd and goal from the 8 in some ways. 2 shots with this offense, that's kind of a penalty that may not be terrible for you. 3 receivers coming up. Handoff coming this way. Max, he's taken off his feet at the 15. Nothing doing right there, as Lake Hamilton kind of had a stunt on the defensive front, and they had 2 guys coming free in Max. So 3rd down from the 15-yard line, 3:33 to go Saints will change the package out. They'll run Griffin Mason, Chandler Kemp, and Dalton Carnes out to the left. Sliders out to the right. Hard snap count. Lake Hamilton doesn't move, doesn't show any blitz, so we'll see what the Saints do. Lake Hamilton's got single coverage on slider on the right. We'll see if the Saints attack that. Creighton back to pass. He looks exactly that way. Throws it in the corner. Just overthrown as Slaughter gets pushed into the fence there. I hope Zane's okay. That's a fence that doesn't have any give. That's pretty close to the sidelines. So pass is incomplete. Creighton threw it just a little bit high. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Saints will try a field goal. So hope Zane's okay as he ran hard into that fence over there on 3rd down. But, boy, Cliff, you had what you wanted there. Just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hit Zane just at the back of the end zone. But as you said, just let him a little too much. Zane not able to pull it in.
Tough angle for the field goal here. Snap is down, kick is on its way, and it is no good, wide to the right. So Lake Hamilton defense gets a stop as their sidelines come skipping off with the offense. As for the second time tonight, the Saints miss a field goal. So now 3:10 to go in the first half, and we're 14-14 up. So a couple times tonight, boy, we've had field goal opportunities, but both times from the right hash, and just really difficult for a kicker to pull that one back in. Saints couldn't do it there. And then it's a 1st and 10 for Lake Hamilton. 3:10 to go. Both teams with 3 timeouts in a 14-14 game.
Yeah, so still a lot of time left here for Shiloh if they're able to maybe get a stop, use some of their timeouts, maybe get a turnover. I'm sure if you're Lake Hamilton, you're thinking, hey, let's use up this whole 3 minutes and 10 seconds and get the ball. Even if we don't score, we get the ball coming out of the half. But let's don't leave any time for Shiloh.
A little end around right there for Lake Hamilton. They handed to one wing back who pitched it to the other wing back, and they get it up to the 29-yard line as Jackson took the wing back. So a creative play that you sometimes see wing teams do, kind of flip it from wing to wing. Quarterback sneak, and he nearly fumbled the football. Boy, Saint had him. And good job by the quarterback, West, holding on to the football on the quarterback sneak. So 1st down for Lake Hamilton. And to go through and Cliff, the play in football that you rarely see anymore, the quarterback sneak from under center, but it was been effective twice for Lake Hamilton tonight.
Yeah, and that was a short yardage play there. They saw the Shiloh defense getting their signs on the sideline, not really paying attention there, so pretty easy pickup for Lake Hamilton.
Lake Hamilton with a 1st and 10. They're going to reverse it on the wing again. Got some room, 35 to the 40, and up to the 41-yard line is Cole Weeks, who gets his first carry. Again, the double wing handoff for Lake Hamilton. Got 8 last time, gets 8 this time. So 2nd down and 2 coming up. Lake Hamilton's got to run a little bit more tempo with 2:04 to go in the first half. Saints have got the guard and the center covered up, so it's going to be tough to run that sneak here. They're going to run it wide this time, and they got some room. Up the middle, the 50, the 45, and all the way down inside the Saint cross midfield to the 45-yard line is Murphy. So good job by play calling of Lake Hamilton. They've kind of done the opposite of what you think they would do when they want to run inside or outside. So tempo coming for Lake Hamilton here. 1:38 to go in the first half. Clock running in a 14-14 game. Lake Hamilton, double wing around this time. The Saints have got it, and thrown down is Hudson Ball at the 40-yard line. Lake Hamilton will use a timeout. So after running the double wing play for 8 yards twice in a row, Hudson Ball is able to blow it up. The UNLV commit stops that play. Lake Hamilton uses their first timeout with 1:29 left to go in the first half.
Well, that wasn't a timeout. A helmet came off for one of the Lake Hamilton linemen. So the officials stopped the clock, had the player leave the field, sub comes in, and the clock is running again now. So just a little correction there. But we're at getting close to 1:15. They're on the Shiloh 40.
Lake Hamilton will shift Jackson to the right. Quarterback's back to pass, going to throw over the middle, and it is hit hard, but he makes a great catch at the 22-yard line. Boy, the Saints were all over that one, but a really good catch by Carson Jackson as he got popped, but he held on to it at the 23, so 1st down. Lake Hamilton with all 3 timeouts in 57 seconds. Clock is running again after they reset the chains. 1st down at the 23-yard line of Shiloh. Lake Hamilton under center with 2 backs. They're going to hand off coming this way. This time he's in trouble in the backfield and is going to be gobbled up by Henley and several more at the 28. And now Lake Hamilton will use their first timeout as they lose 5 back to the 28 with 41 seconds left to go. Watching their kicker in pregame, he was hitting him from about 35 yards out. So if you do the math on that, Lake Hamilton needs to get to about the 18-yard line or so to kind of get into field goal range, as they're trying to take the lead 14-14, our score here late in the first half. And so, Cliff, from a Lake Hamilton perspective, they really couldn't have played a better half. They've run the ball, controlled the clock, and really kept the St. offense off the field for the most part.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, Shiloh's only had 4 possessions here in the first half, and this is the 4th for Lake Hamilton. I mean, Lake Hamilton's got 2 touchdowns and an interception, so they do have 1 turnover that kind of shot themselves in the foot. But they have played a pretty good first half here. And I don't think they made the 3.5, 4-hour trip up here to Northwest Arkansas just to kind of lay over. They came up here to get back in this 6A West playoff race. And they're giving Shiloh all they want right now.
At the 28-yard line, for second down and long for Lake Hamilton. Play action. West back to pass, wants a screen, doesn't have it. Now throws it down the field as receiver slips, and it is caught at the 18-yard line. A diving effort there by the receiver who's going to haul it in. Lake Hamilton will use a timeout. So looked like Lake Hamilton was trying to set up the screen there. Saints blew it up, but the quarterback had enough time that he was able to find his receiver. So going to bring up third down for Lake Hamilton at the 18. They need to get to the 13 for a first down. So 3rd and 5 coming up, 28 seconds left. And the Wolves will use their timeout. So 28 seconds left to go. We'll see if the Saints, ideally, boy, you'd love to get a negative yardage play here and make the field goal attempt for Lake Hamilton as long as possible to go through. But, you know, Cliff, kind of this game somewhat reminds you of the Southside game. A team we talked about is just desperate and hungry, comes in and played a great first half. Now, the second half for Southside didn't go so well, so we'd love to see the same thing tonight. But there are a lot of similarities between those two games.
Yeah, it took a little bit for Shiloh to get going there against Southside, and obviously they're in a game here against these Wolves. Again, Lake Hamilton didn't make this trip to just get blown out and then let's drive back home. They came to play, they came to win, and they have executed the ball very well here and just really maintaining the clock. I mean,
Wolves are going to run into the left side. They've got the first down inside the 10 to the 5. Stays on his feet and scores. Touchdown Lake Hamilton as Dylan Murphy took the handoff over the side. So Lake Hamilton, who is going to have to be a little bit careful running the football because they didn't have any timeouts left. Well, it didn't matter. They just ran it into the end zone, and the Wolves have the lead 20-14 with 21 seconds left to go in the first half, with the extra point by Morales coming up. And for Lake Hamilton, a double win because they're going to get it to start the second half as well. Morales' extra point is on the way, and it's right down the middle and good. So Lake Hamilton leads at 21-14 with 21 seconds left to go in the half. And boy, Cliff, that's a tough one right there. 3rd and 5, and you give up a touchdown run on the really kind of the last offensive play of the half, baby.
Yeah, just some missed tackles. And, you know, the tougher team on the field really in the first half has been Lake Hamilton. So Shiloh needs to regroup when they go in at halftime, talk about things they need to correct. I'm sure the coaches will talk about that. Here's the replay, and you just see great blocking, great lead blocking up front there, and then just a couple missed tackles by the Shiloh defense. And, man, once you get one-on-one in the secondary, a lot of times it's tough to stop a runner. And that's what happened right there for Shiloh. And so now Shiloh's looking up. 21.5 seconds remaining here until halftime, down 7. No need to panic yet, but they've got to clean up some stuff here in the second half.
So Morales will kick it off deep. Saints had a good return out of Salter last time. We'll see if we can get another good return here. 21 seconds left to go in the half.
Yeah, Chandler Kemp back deep there.
It's a line drive kick. And did he let it go out of bounds? I think he did. So it'll be a legal kick out of bounds.
No, Nance was the player that touched the ball in bounds is where they're marking it there at the 12-yard line.
Oh, so Nance pulled his hand back, but they're saying that it hit anyway. So that's going to put the Saints at the 13 versus what would have been the 40 if ball had gone out of bounds. So tough break there. Silas saw it, just tried to get his hands back, but couldn't do it fast enough. So Shiloh at their own 13 will have to be extra careful here, trailing 21-14 with 21 seconds left to go in the first half. Saints had 2 timeouts. So if you could get an explosive play here, maybe get the ball to midfield, have a chance to throw one to the end zone. Creighton with a play action. He's going to throw it deep down the right sidelines for Slaughter, who nearly makes a diving catch at midfield, incomplete. Fans wanted pass interference as he was getting held pretty good and nearly still caught the ball, but it goes incomplete with 16 seconds left in the half. But you kind of feel like, Cliff, that's the shot you're going to take right there, deep down the field, see if you can get behind somebody.
Yeah, that would have been a great first down there and just using a few seconds off the clock, but not able to convert it.
Second down, 16 seconds left for the Saints. There's the handoff. We're going to run Griffin coming this way. Griffin to the 20, and he's going to be taken down at the 21. 11 seconds left to go. Saints may just let this one go to the half. Clock is running. I don't see Shiloh calling a timeout. 5 seconds, 4. We'll see if the Saints get a play off. 3, 2, 1. They will on the last play of the half. Creighton's going to run the screen this way to Henley, and he's taken off his feet immediately at the 22. So Lake Hamilton does their job on the last few seconds of the half, and that will end the first half with Lake Hamilton sprinting to the locker room as they have to be happy with the way they have played excellent football in the first half, and they have a 21-14 lead at the half, and they'll also get the football to start the second half. And so, Cliff, you look back at this one, boy, Lake Hamilton is really, they've run the ball, controlled the clock, limited the possessions for the Shiloh offense, done everything they'd want to do if you could draw up a game plan.
Absolutely. You got to give them credit. They had a great game plan and just played ball control offense with their run game and, benefited from a lot of Shiloh mistakes, really, to be honest. Mistakes in penalties, mistakes of missing some field goals and not able to just move the ball down the field that we typically see Shiloh doing. So Saints will go in at half and make some adjustments for the second half. But if you're Lake Hamilton, you're feeling really good here. They know that this game's not over. I mean, you're playing at Shiloh Christian. You're playing on the road. And they've got a 7-point lead. You said they come out of the second half with the ball. And so there's nothing that they would rather do than come out, use a lot of the third quarter. They can do that playing with a lead. Use a lot of the third quarter time. Even if they don't score, use up the clock. But they want to put another score and make it that much more difficult on Shiloh.
So we'll kick it down to the field for halftime as Lake Hamilton leads at 21-14. So we'll be back with the second half in just a little bit. You're watching Shiloh Christian Football.
Saints fans, please welcome to the field our cross-country, golf, and tennis seniors. Starting off for cross-country, big round of applause for Shiloh Ramoser, son of Matthew and Florina Ramoser. Shiloh is a 2-year member of the cross-country program and plans to join the Army. For golf, our senior this year is Andrew Dawson, son of Charles and Kelly Dawson. Andrew has been a member of the golf program for 3 years, and he plans to play college football. For tennis, Grayson Hooper, son of Joseph and Amber Hooper. Grayson is a 4-year member of the tennis program and plans to attend the University of Arkansas and major in biology. Hayes Lowry, son of Ben and Rebecca Lowry. Hayes is a 3-year member of the tennis program and plans to attend the University of Arkansas. Rebecca Kreiner, daughter of Brandon and Beth Kreiner. She has been a member of the tennis program for 3 years and plans to attend the University of Arkansas and study business marketing. Sophia De La Croce, daughter of John and Katie De La Croce, has been a member of the tennis program for 1 year and plans to attend the University of Arkansas and study business. Ella Elkins, daughter of Katie Hairston and Chris Elkins, has been a member of the tennis program for 2 years and plans to attend the University of Arkansas and study communication sciences and disorders. Caroline Spencer, daughter of Jim Bob and Amber Spencer, she has been a member of the tennis program for 4 years. Caroline plans to major in chemistry at the university of her choosing. Emily Thomas, daughter of Joe and Christina Thomas. She has been a member of the tennis program for 3 years and plans to attend the University of Arkansas and major in business. Amaya Whitson, daughter of Colin and Amanda Whitson, has been a member of the tennis program for 1 year and plans to attend the University of Arkansas and major in psychology. Reese Wisdom, daughter of Josh and Stacy Wisdom, has been a member of the tennis program for 1 year and plans to pursue a NICU nursing degree and use her degree in ministry. And Sydney Wyand, daughter of Taylor and Marnie Wyand. Sydney is escorted this evening by Coach J.D. Dudley and Coach Leanna Rogers. Sydney has been a member of the tennis program for 2 years and plans to attend the University of Oklahoma and double major in accounting and marketing. Please give our class of 2025 senior athletes one more round of applause as they exit the field. Okay. Shiloh Dance would like to welcome our youngest dancers to the field at this time. This week, the varsity dance team has conducted their first ever elementary clinic with over 100 pre-K to 5th grade girls in attendance. Throughout the week, they were taught tonight's performance routine. Shiloh Spirit would like to give a special recognition to this year's generous sponsors: Advanced Primary Care Clinic, Southern Siding, Impressions Boutique, Burn Boot Camp, Infinity Athletics, Sims and Renner Insurance, Blonde Salon, Corporon Insurance and Financial Services, and Tiger Oak Designs. Thank you to all of our sponsors and participants for your generosity and support of Shiloh Dance.
Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running, I wouldn't be out of place. When my heart breaks, let's never see. When my world shakes, I feel alive, I feel alive. I don't play safe, don't you know about me? I could dance, I could dance, I could dance. Even when it tastes like
Big round of applause for all these young ladies on the field tonight. Great job, ladies. Saints fans, please help me welcome to the field your Shiloh varsity cheer team.
Let's go. Snap your fingers, do your style. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Don't drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist in it. You can do it like me. I'm by myself. By myself. By myself. You can do it like me. I'm by myself. By myself. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, do your style. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, do your style. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, let me see you do it.
As a reminder, blue seats not occupied following halftime will be considered open seating tonight. Also, don't forget that the Spirit Store is open this evening and full of Shiloh fan gear for the 2024 season. All sweatshirts and hoodies are 20% off. We have a great selection of t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, blankets, and hats. All sports passes are sold, at the Spirit Store for adult students and senior adults. These passes are valid for entry into all of Shiloh home sporting events. Be sure to visit the concession stand tonight. They have all of the fan favorites: Chick-fil-A sandwiches, grilled hamburgers, hot dogs, popcorn, nachos, candy, and of course, McAllister's sweet tea. Please welcome to the field your Shiloh Christian Marching Band. Their show this year is titled Marching Through Magic Kingdom. The band was recently chosen as a finalist at the War Eagle Marching Invitational and received a superior rating from all judges at Region Marching Contest. Please enjoy an abbreviated show featuring the theme from Star Wars. Tonight, the band would like to honor its senior members, color guard member Eleanor Moore, drum major and flute player Danny Rivas, and percussionist Austin Shy. These members have been an important part of the band for many years, and we are proud to honor them during this playing of the fight song. The band is directed by Stephen Hunt with assistant director Chris Emmert. The color guard coach is Chloe Riggins, and the drumline coach is Steve Abacal, with drum major Danny Rivas. The band will compete at state marching contest this Tuesday in Little Rock. The Shiloh Band is proud to be sponsored by CertaPro Painters of Northwest Arkansas. Shiloh Saints Athletics would like to continue to thank their 2024 season sponsors: PRZ CPAs and Advisors, Focus Family Eye Care, Black Hive, Impressions Online Boutique, TRS Healthcare, Retriever Academy, Sims and Renter Insurance, Oki Construction, Prestige Consumer Healthcare, Riggs Contracting Concrete.
I'm the truth and you the bold-faced liar. I'm the CEO and you the customer. I'm the frontman and the ghost writer. I'm the creator, I'm the director, I'm the hit maker, I'm the empire, I'm the shot caller, I'm the showstopper, I'm the real one, you the fake knockoff. Jaw drop, headliner, top gunner, head honcho, eye catcher, real stunner. Y'all got it, new topic, Ye's Docker. Mannery was inspirational to me, I love watching. Lames try to keep stars in the dark just cause they afraid of you. Funny how they switch up quick when they realize that your name buzzing. Funny how they all wanna hop on board when they see the wave coming. Funny how they wouldn't put me on a tour, now they hit me up and say, I hope you're doing well, we should do a tour or something, man, stop! We ain't doing nothing, got my own thing going, that's the way I like it. Too many cooks in the kitchen, that's a problem I ain't never gotta worry about. 12 people on a song, man, to each his own, but for me, that's a little wild. Got enough people in my business, I don't need another hand dipping in the pot. I don't need nobody showing me the ropes, I don't need you telling me to do my job. I don't need to hear you say that I'm the GOAT. I don't need you asking me to switch your style. I don't need you laughing when I tell a joke. I don't need you faking, trying to crack a smile. I don't need you, I don't need you. I don't need you telling me it's been a while. I don't need the label breathing down my neck. I don't need the venue telling me it's loud. I don't need you talking when I'm trying to rap. I don't need my name coming out your mouth. I don't need you using me to get respect. I don't need a picture with you for some clout. I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you telling me you got some doubt. Worry about yourself. Yeah, I don't need your help. Yeah, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Doesn't ring a bell. Every time I look down and your number pops up on the cell. Shake my head, threatening me, trying to get me to respond well. If you really knew me, you would know that that's the quickest way to make me turn my back on you. And
now it's I don't think they really know what it's like when you coming from the bottom. If I had it my way, I go back to where I started just to switch it up a little. Red wine, no Bacardi, and we gon' throw our own kind of party, reminiscing about the old times when it didn't get so complicated. Once you moved up out the hood, you thought you made it. Let them good times roll, and you don't even need congratulations. But if they telling us, then we'll take it. If I had it my way, every day would be a Friday. We be riding with the windows down. If I had it my way, I'd hit 100 on the highway with the radio turned up loud. If I had it my way, we would party
boy, I sure would. Buddy, it's on, it's going down in the Ville. And I don't think they ready if I'm really being real. What's the deal when a couple good old country boys get up on the track? You can feel it through the speakers, we got bumping in the back. Hope you know we going big, cause that's the only way to go. Come on over my way and let's roll. If I had it my way, every day would be a Friday. We be riding with the windows down. If I had it my way, I'd hit 100 on the highway. With the radio turned up loud. If I had it my way, we would party all night. Wouldn't worry about a thing, everybody be fine. If I had it my way, my way.
City raised off of country ways, horses and J's. We stick together, living life like it's made in the shade. It ain't a secret, yo, we all know we numbered on days. Until it take us away.
If I had it my way, every day would be a Friday. We be riding with the windows down. If I had it my way, I'd hit 100 on the highway. With the radio turned up loud. If I had it my way, we would party all night. Wouldn't worry about a thing, everybody be fine. If I had it my way, had it my way, my way, had it my way, had it my way, had it my way, had it my way, my way, had it my way, had it my way.
Maybe I'm just paranoid, or maybe I'm just living a lie. Can't stop this screaming voice, or maybe I'm just sick inside. This is the face I hate, the other side of me. Out of this cage he breaks to take the life from me. Tell me, tell me, tell me I'm not crazy. There's a psycho in my head, I'm closer to the edge, making me feel like I'm living in misery, misery, insane. These voices in my brain, starting to feel like it's gonna be the death of me, death of me. There's a psycho in my, there's a psycho in my head. Living in hysteria, nothing makes much sense tonight. Maybe I'm too scared to trust, to stop the chaos in my mind. This is the face I hate, the other side of me. Help me believe, I need to see the light in me. Tell me, tell me, tell me I'm not crazy. There's a psycho in my head, I'm closer to the edge, making me feel like I'm living in misery, misery, insane. These voices in my brain, starting to feel like it's gonna be the death of me, death of me. There's a psycho in my, there's a psycho in my. Maybe I'm just paranoid, or maybe I'm just living a lie. Can't stop this screaming boy, or maybe I'm just sick inside. I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy. All of my bed, 'cause there's a psycho in my head. I'm closer to the edge, making me feel like I'm living in misery, misery, insane. These voices in my brain, starting to feel like it's gonna be the death of me, death of me. There's a psycho in my, there's a psycho in my head. There's a psycho in my head. There's a psycho in my, there's a psycho in my head.
Welcome back to Champion Stadium here in Springdale on the campus of Shiloh Christian School. We're at halftime where the Wolves of Lake Hamilton have a 21-14 lead over the Shiloh Saints. Lake Hamilton was able to score a touchdown with under 30 seconds left to go in the first half to take the lead, and they'll get the ball to start the second half. Lake Hamilton has played a well first half and probably one of their best games of the year so far against the Saints. So, Cliff, talk about this. I mean, so far for Lake Hamilton, they played this game to script. They've wanted to run the ball, control it with the clock, and they've done exactly what they've wanted to do so far.
Absolutely. They've limited Shiloh to really only, I'm going to say, 4 first-half drives. There's a 5th drive there that Shiloh ran 2 plays, and then the clock ran out right before the half. But really 4 drives for Shiloh in the whole first half, and that is playing into Lake Hamilton's game for sure. And it's showing up on the scoreboard as they lead 21-14. Shiloh kicking off to them. Again, we need a big-time defensive stop here and get the ball back and try to tie this game up early here. We do not want to chase the clock. We don't want to chase the scoreboard against these Wolves.
Caleb Rouse back deep for Lake Hamilton, along with number 3, Dylan Smith. There's a kick. Rouse is going to let it bounce, and it'll roll through the end zone for a touchback. So good kick by Aiden Pullen into the end zone and a touchback. So Lake Hamilton will start at their own 20, 1st and 10 in the second half.
You know, coming out of halftime, let's check some scores real quickly here from our conference board. Greenwood playing with a lot of emotion tonight against Fort Smith Southside. Lead the Mavericks 63-7. Greenwood taking out a little frustration here tonight. Mountain Home all over Van Buren 27-7. Russellville up on Siloam Springs 17-8.
So Lake Hamilton 1st and 10 at the 20. They're going to run it to the fullback on 1st down, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and thrown down. Hudson Ball, first one to greet the running back right there, Barton. So nothing doing. 2nd down and 10. And if you're talking about Greenwood, I saw a little video while we were at halftime. Greenwood started the game tonight with an offensive formation with 10 players, all on a knee. So I'm sure an emotional night for Greenwood there to honor their player, and we'll talk a little bit about that in the second half if you don't know that story of Greenwood losing a player this week. So 11:26 to go. We'll actually, maybe after this possession, our team, Brian Dunaway's team, has got some video to honor the Greenwood player. We'll try to show that after this possession. A fumble, loose on the play. Who's got it? Everybody's pointing, but there's more guys pointing in blue direction. And it's a fumble. The Saints come up with it. Of course, Carter Henley, who's made plays all night for the Saints. And Lake Hamilton really with a big mistake on the first drive of the second half as they fumble the ball and the Saints take over the 22. But again, Cliff, we talk about the little things. 1st and 10, they get no yards. Put them in 2nd and long. And twice tonight when they've been in 2nd and 3rd and long, they've made a mistake.
Absolutely. Big-time stop there by the Saints, led by their senior leader, Carter Henley. Shiloh in great position here.
Cole Creighton's got Dalton Carnes in motion to the right. Lake Hamilton doesn't shift anything. They're going to hand off coming this way. Into the 15. Griffin cuts inside to the 10. He's hit hard, been taken down at the 9-yard line, but Griffin runs off from the 22 down to the 9 and gets the Saints a 1st and goal. Trips to the left. Griffin in the backfield. Handoff, Griffin this way. Griff to the 5, and he's taken down there. Lake Hamilton does a good job of getting him on the ground right there as the linebacker for the Wolves, number 10, Hagan Tyler, the senior, makes the stop. But at the 6, 2nd down and goal to go for Shiloh. Henley's going to go left. Mason's in the backfield. Snap, handoff, Griff right up the middle. He gets to the 5. And the linebacker again comes up and makes the play. So 3rd and goal for the Saints at the 5. Good job by the linebacker for Lake Hamilton. And one thing about it, Cliff, look at this Lake Hamilton lineup. They have a lot of seniors, so those guys know how big this game is.
And they're plugging the hole. They don't want Griffin Mason to hit any holes there and put Shiloh in the end zone.
Henley shifts to the right, handoff. Griffin coming this way, shooting through the gap is the linebacker. Griffin continues running, but he was down. So back at the 9-yard line, and there's a flag, and my goodness, Lake Hamilton may have just given us a personal foul. Let's see.
Well, boy, if I'm Lake Hamilton and Coach Gilleran over there, I would not be happy with that call at all. But we'll see what the official is calling here.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 18 of the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty. 4th down.
So it's on Griffin Mason, actually, who gets the unsportsmanlike conduct. Maybe Griffin said something, no obvious motions, but that's going to bring the ball all the way back from the 6 to the 24. So the loss of 3 and then 15-yard penalty to the 24, and now the Saints out of field goal range and at 3rd and goal from the 24-yard line. So a tough situation here. They do have Kemp one-on-one on the right here. Creighton back to pass, looking, has heavy pressure. Rolling. Creighton fires over the middle. It's going to be caught by Slaughter at the 5, but he's going to be tackled there. Saints are going to turn it over on downs at the 5-yard line. That time, Lake Hamilton set the blitz. They got there. Creighton did a good job of staying open. Slaughter got what he can, but the Saints after the turnover, they're unable to put any points on the board. And Cliff, you can correct me, but I believe that's the second time tonight Lake Hamilton's turned it over, and the Saints have turned it over on downs.
Yeah, you're right. Man, just a great opportunity for the Saints there. Forcing the turnover, you're in the red zone, not able to convert and get this game back tied up or even take a lead if you go for 2 there. The one positive here, you've got Lake Hamilton backed up inside the 5-yard line.
Quarterback sneak on 1st down, and he just plows forward. Good run all the way out to the 13-yard line on the quarterback sneak. So 8 yards for Lake Hamilton backed up in their own end. Boy, they're a big offensive line. They have done a great job tonight of getting push and pushing the Saint defensive line back. So 2nd down and 2 coming up for Lake Hamilton.
And this is what Shiloh's got to do better defensively here in the second half if they want to get the lead. They cannot give up 8 yards on 1st down. This opens the playbook up for Lake Hamilton, allows them to use more clock. I mean, we're under 9 minutes left here in the 3rd.
Quarterback's going to sneak it again out to the 16. He gets 3, and that's a 1st down for the Wolves. So Lake Hamilton gets the 1st down and kind of gets out from the shadow of their own goalpost, so to speak, out to the 16 and a 1st down. Clock at 8:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Wolves had the ball first in the second half, fumbled, but the Saints turned it over on downs at the 5-yard line of Lake Hamilton. So the Wolves trying to flip field position here. Early in the 3rd quarter, they took the lead late in the 2nd, leading 21-14. Pass, going to throw it deep down the right sideline, got a man wide open. 45, midfield, Salter fighting with him and gets him down at the 45-yard line, but a big pass play to Van D, their senior wide receiver, who, when they don't throw it often, they throw it in Van D's direction. He gets it, and boy, Cliff, what we talked about, they just lull you to sleep, and then all of a sudden a big pass play.
Yeah, you've just got to be disciplined as a defensive back. You cannot let anybody, I mean, you learn this at a young age. You just cannot let someone run by you, and you keep your eyes on the quarterback, because more times than not, that quarterback's just going to throw it deep and in your beat, just like we saw right there.
West runs to the sideline to get the plays. The play clock's at 10, so Lake Hamilton will have to hurry a little bit. They send Jackson to the right. Handoff, Henley hits him in the backfield and thrown down at the 48. So Henley came flying through that time, and a loss of 3 on 1st down as Barton took the handoff, and about the time he took the handoff, 42 in blue hit him.
Yeah, great pressure there by the senior captain, Carter Henley, splitting the gap, getting in the backfield. We've got to see more of that. I feel like the opportunities we had in the first half of splitting a gap like that, the running back veered right or left, and we just weren't able to make a play. Hopefully we'll see more plays like that here in the second half.
West under center, going to run this way with a power formation, and the running back gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's Murphy. Kind of the play they ran for the touchdown earlier. Murphy limping a little bit as he gets up, and he's down as Brewer got him on the ground. So 3rd and 11 here with the situation you want for the Saint defense, a 3rd and long, and where Lake Hamilton, other than one play tonight, really struggled through the air. Lone receiver is Van D up to the top. Same formation for Lake Hamilton. They run most of the night at the 44. There's a fumble in the backfield. It's loose, and Shiloh has it. The Saints fall on it at the 48-yard line of Lake Hamilton as Aiden Pullen got it. As they hand it off, they tried the double handoff reverse that had happened a couple other times in this game, and that time they fumbled the handoff. You see the official in the middle of the field, one of the Saints, I think, accidentally hit him with his helmet as he was spotting the football. So he's going to be down for just a second. So he's going to actually take a knee. The official just took a helmet right there. So 21-14, Lake Hamilton leading as our training staff will come out and check on the official who got bumped with a helmet spotting the football right there. So Shiloh takes it over, but Cliff, while they look at the official, 2 turnovers for Lake Hamilton in the second half, but you got to make them pay for it. We've turned it over twice tonight and haven't made them pay yet.
Absolutely. Actually, 3 turnovers by Lake Hamilton. They threw the interception there on their second drive, and then the 2 drives Lake Hamilton has had coming out of the half here, both fumbles. Shiloh not able to convert on the first 2 turnovers. Really, really need them to convert this time. You just can't pass up opportunities to score that Shiloh has here. I do want to say something about our cross-country team here at Shiloh. Finished second in the conference championship this past week, and let's see when the state is. I'm just reading a little note here. State meet is next Thursday, this coming Thursday, November 7th, in Hot Springs. So Matthew Thurman, he won the conference title outright. So congrats to Matthew Thurman, and congrats to the Shiloh cross-country team. Again, they'll run in state this coming Thursday.
Saints are going to take over after the third Wolf turnover of the night. Got to make them pay for it at some point, though. They haven't been able to make them pay for it earlier, so we'll see what they can do here. 6:26 to go in the third quarter. Looks like the official is going to be okay. As you see, Sean Huddleston, our trainer, kind of went over to take care of him. So at the 49 on our side of the midfield stripe is where the Saints will start this drive. About halfway through the third quarter, it's a 21-14 game. Henley's in the backfield to the left of Creighton. Back to pass. Looking, he's going to run. There's nothing there. Now it bounces outside to the 50. Cole to the 44, and he's going to be taken down there by the linebacker for the Wolves, who's made several stops on this drive. Creighton didn't have anything, just took off and ran and got 7. 2nd and 3. Handoff, Griffin Mason coming this way. No, Cole keeps it. 45-40. Cole cuts inside 35-30. Cole to the 20. 15. Can he get there? 10-5. Touchdown Shiloh. Is Cole Creighton with a great play action fake to Griffin Mason. And he takes it from 44 yards out for the touchdown. And so Cole, who normally doesn't run a lot, but boy, you can see he's got some speed when he needs it. He fooled me too. As a Griffin Mason, I thought had the football, and then Cole pulled it, got outside, and then Lake Hamilton couldn't run him down. So extra point coming as the Saints a chance to tie it up. And this time, after the turnover, the Saints put it in the end zone. Big extra point here. Snaps a little low, but the kick is up, and it is good. So we're even. 5:55 to go in the third quarter, 21-21.
We should have a replay here. Great read option play there by Cole Creighton as he's just looking there, and then he just tucks it and takes it to the outside. Just bad pursuit by the secondary of Lake Hamilton. Will take it, and then Cole just sprints down the right sideline for the 44-yard touchdown run. Only took Shiloh 31 seconds that time to put a score on the board and take advantage of a fumble by Lake Hamilton. Again, 3 turnovers by Lake Hamilton tonight. Shiloh not able to convert on any of them except for that one. So 21-all, Shiloh back in this game, and they're kicking off. So we'll see if they choose to possibly try an onside kick here. I'm sure Lake Hamilton knows that Shiloh can do that.
Lake Hamilton's got 4 guys to the right in case the Saints do it. Good kick. It's going to be taken at the 1, but it's returnable. 5-10 up the field, 15-20. And then a good tackle by Griffin Mason at the 22-yard line. Also had a little bit of help on that tackle from Luke Morgan, who got him low, and Griffin got him high, and they got him on the ground. So Lake Hamilton's had 3 turnovers tonight in their own end. And this time, well, I'll say the own end. One was the last right around midfield, but 2 turnovers Saints didn't score. This one, a longer one, they did score.
It's been feast or famine for the Wolves tonight. 6 drives. They've got 3 touchdowns and 3 turnovers. So what will drive number 7 do for the Wolves?
Hopefully it's lucky number 7 for the Saint defense. First down, they'll send a man in motion. They're going to hand it that way on the wing sweep to the 20, to the 25. Turns a corner. He may go. Midfield, 45-40. Kemp's going to catch him from behind and push him out of bounds at the 27. But just a wing sweep. We have a man down, and the Lake Hamilton trainer is out on the field in a hurry, which is a little bit concerning how quickly he got there. Saint player at the 27 laying down. We'll see if we can get a number of who that is on that sideline, but a long run by Lake Hamilton on first down.
Yeah, huge play for the Wolves on that drive. Just had great blocking, and then you get, was that Barton on the run? Barton getting to the outside. You see the speed and athletic ability that he has, and he just outruns the Shiloh secondary. Thankfully, Chandler Kemp able to run him down.
So it's Alexander Salter down. He got banged up in the first half, and he's holding his shoulder here. So Salter had that really good return on the kickoff early in the game, played a lot of corner for the Saints. So Alexander down holding his shoulder. He'll come off.
Yeah, and Xander does a great job on the defensive secondary. He's had several picks this season. So that's a tough loss in the secondary when Xander's not in there.
Yeah, you miss his coverage ability, but also one of the fastest players on the team as well. So hopefully he'll be okay, but trainer Sean Huddleston's going to look at him on the sideline. But Lake Hamilton with the big run all the way down to the Saint 30-yard line as they rip off a big play on first down and kind of wrestle momentum back here a little bit. Barton, the only running back, as they'll go with the double wing formation here on first down. Quarterback's going to sneak it, and he gets to the 28, falls forward to the 27, maybe the 26. And so, you know, Cliff, you talk about coaches and both sides. The Saint coach is always prepared, but you can tell Lake Hamilton, when they've seen the Saints stand up on the defensive line tonight, they have gone to the quarterback sneak every time. So that has clearly been their plan of attack to that defense against Shiloh. At the 26, gain of 4, first down for Lake Hamilton. Wolves on drive number 7, and as Cliff mentioned earlier, feast or famine, 3 touchdowns and 3 fumbles. Saints trying to keep the 7th one from ending in the end zone. There's a run play coming this wide, right up the middle, 20, 15 to the 10, gets outside to the 5. Beach chasing him, and Beach cuts him out of bounds at the 2-yard line. But it was Murphy who got loose, just like he did earlier, and it's a first and goal for the Wolves at the Saint 2-yard line.
Yeah, Lake Hamilton just doing a great job, and I would say if Shiloh were doing this on the ground, their offensive linemen are doing a great job creating holes, creating a push, and blocking on the outside. And it just allows these speedy running backs for the Wolves to get to the outside, picks up some big yardage.
Barton, the only running back, first down. They hand it to Barton going left, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Hamilton. As the Wolves stick it in the end zone, and they respond after the turnover and get a touchdown. And it's 27-21, Lake Hamilton with 4:49 to go in the third quarter for the extra point pending. So the 4th drive of the night that's ended in the end zone for Lake Hamilton as Morales comes on for the extra point. Morales' kick is blocked. It's blocked, so no good. Well, we mentioned a few weeks ago, when you miss extra points in high school football, they always seem to play an important part of the game. Saints block one there, and they keep Lake Hamilton with a 6-point lead at 27-21 with 4:49 to go in the third quarter. Well, we mentioned earlier that the Greenwood Bulldogs this week lost a player as a tragic house fire claimed the life of one of the Greenwood Bulldog football players and his family. Arrington, who was here just a few weeks ago, played great against the Saints in that game, and he unfortunately and his family lost this week in a house fire as the Greenwood Bulldog team is playing tonight against Fort Smith Southside. So our prayers go out to the Greenwood family and football program. And Cliff, just unimaginable what those Greenwood boys are going through tonight, trying to play a football game with that on their mind.
Yeah, it's really tough, but they're playing for their fallen brother, the leading Southside 70-14 in the third quarter. So
kind of get the feeling they're not going to let off the pedal tonight. There's the kick. It's going to be taken by Kemp at the 7, up the field 10, 15. Chandler to the 25, and he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Henley led one good block for Chandler, but couldn't get any more, and that's where Shiloh will start this drive. Saints trail 27-21. Every time the Saints have tied it up tonight, Lake Hamilton has had a response. So Saint offense has got to get it going again, as they were able to score after the Lake Hamilton turnover on their last drive, but this time they got to respond after a Lake Hamilton touchdown. So 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 30. Henley is going to reset to the left. Creighton hands it off coming this way. Griffin's got a little bit of room to the 35 and is going to be taken down at the 36, but Griff rips off 6 on first down, and a 2nd down and 4 coming up. Alexander Salter, who was injured before, we can see the trainer's putting ice on his shoulder as the Saints go a quick pass out in the flat to Kemp to the 40. Chandler's to the 45 and gets thrown down by his shoulder pad at the 46. But Saints go quick and get 16 with a quick pass to Kemp and a first down. But there is a flag down at the 37-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. Official's going to come over and talk. You can see Dalton Carnes saying, hey, he gave me the thumbs up that I was on the line of scrimmage, so they may call the Saints for too many men in the backfield, but Carnes is saying, hey, I gave you the thumbs up to say I was on the line.
Ineligible player downfield on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Yeah, and Coach Barnard's out there talking to the official on the Shiloh side, saying, hey, we checked.
Well, that's a frustrating because it wipes off a 16-yard gain, but also puts you in 2nd and long. Tucker Barnard is all over the head official right now, and he's really frustrated. And that's a tough one, man. If you teach your players all the way down to the youth level, check with the line, make sure you're eligible out there. And you could see Dalton Carnes screaming that, hey, I checked, and he told me I was good. Well, either way, the play clock's at 10. Saints are going to have to run a play in a hurry here. Unless they reset this thing. It's at 5. Shiloh's not going to get a playoff here. Yeah, there's a penalty for delay of game. So,
well, Shiloh called timeout first. So
timeout.
Shiloh coach is not happy
first of the half
at all that that flag was thrown when Dalton said he checked with the official, and the call's not going to be changed. So you just got to move on.
Well, you hope that timeout doesn't come back to hurt you, that you may need it in a close game, as the Wolves have a 27-21 lead here in the third quarter. We'll remind you while we got a chance, 2024 sponsors of Shiloh Christian Football, Elite Video sponsors Geo Services, Roush Coleman Homes, and McClarty Daniel. Champion Video sponsors Chick-fil-A Springdale, Mr. Sparky, Telecomp, Mathis Home, and Pavecom. Elite Visitor Press Box sponsors by Smith & Davis Orthodontics. School Board brought to you by Arvest. Elite Championship sponsors Reliable Poultry, Roush Coleman Homes, Quality Millwork, Advanced Primary Care. And championship sponsors Fastlane Entertainment, Mossback Fish Habitat, Wright's Barbecue, C.R. Crawford Construction, Harp's Food Stores, Osage Air, Ty King DDS, Midland Industrial Services LLC, Bacchus Concrete, and Stubbs Center for Cosmetic Surgery, and Play Clocks by Arkansas Children's Northwest. Saints with 2nd down and 11 behind the chains now at their own 29. Carnes in motion to the right, resets this way. Griffin Mason coming this way. He's got some room. Griff to the 30, to the 35, and he's up to the 40-yard line. It'll be right at the first down marker. Looks like they're going to give it to him and move the chain. So first down Shiloh at the 40-yard line. Griffin Mason gets 11 right there. So the Saints are able to overcome the penalty and get it back to the 40. Lake Hamilton really struggling to get lined up as the Saints snap it really quick. Griffin, big hole, 45. Oh, man, taken down at the 47. Griff was laying on a defender, and they don't. Oh, that's just, boy, you never want to criticize, but they missed that one. Griff was laying on top of the defender, got up and took off running, and they called him down. Fortunate break. Now Lake Hamilton's scrambling to get players off. They're going to get him off, but it's a 1st and 10 at the 2nd down at the 47. Out to Griff in the flat. Caught 45. Turns it upfield. to midfield and dives there, and he should have the first down, I believe. It'll be really close. Cliff, bad break there. Boy, Griffin was laying on top of the defender and got rolled down. Give him the first down at midfield. First down, Saints. Creighton fires. Mason out to the right. Griffin the flat. Cuts back inside the 45, and he dives to the 43. There's a flag from deep in the secondary, and the official hit Griffin Mason in the face with the flag throw there. But I got a feeling that one's going to be a face mask on Lake Hamilton.
Yeah, by my count, Shiloh has 8 penalties here in this game, and Lake Hamilton only 2. So
personal foul, face mask on the defense, number 10. It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
So,
result, first down.
I think just with the way the game has gone, Billy, that the coaches are a little frustrated, the fans are frustrated. Shoot, you and I are up in the booth at times are frustrated, and so you just want some good things to happen to your team here, and it just hasn't yet.
Eldridge in the backfield here. Max going to – nope. Cole keeps it and just nothing doing. They faked it to Max, tried the same play that they scored off earlier, and this time Lake Hamilton's all over it. Creighton's going to lose yardage back to about the 31, so a loss of 4 for Cole on that run. Second down coming up. Saints down 27-21, 2:42 to go in the third. Handoff coming this way, Max. Eldridge, he's to the 26-yard line. And he's taken down there, so gets it back inside the chains. But 3rd and 8 coming up for Shiloh. Need to get to about the 18, 17, somewhere in there to pick up the first down. So 3rd and 9 officially. Creighton back to pass, going to fire out in the flat. Caught by Eldridge. He doesn't get much blocking, and Max trying to turn it up. He gets hit hard by the linebacker and taken down at the 23-yard line, but that's going to be well short, and it's going to be 4th down for the Saints. They need to get inside the 18-yard line of Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton players asking their fans to stand up and cheer across the way as it's 4th down with 1:56 to go. And, Lake Hamilton jumps off sides. The Saints use motion, and Lake Hamilton jumped off sides, so 4th and 6 is going to become 4th and 1.
Encroachment. Defense.
Well, Lake Hamilton's had 2 big penalties after really playing a super clean game up to this point, but they jump off sides here. Now it's 4th down. Saints don't even need a full yard. They only need about a half yard to get the first down. So they're going to go with a power package, and let's see.
And you've got to pick this first down up, Billy. You just have to. 1:45 remaining, clock's going here in the third quarter.
Well, this is going to be big man on big man as Griffin Mason's going to run it right. There's a snap. Griff gets it. Boy, I don't know.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah, I think he got it. Lake Hamilton thinks they've stopped him. Boy, it's going to be – he got a good spot, Cliff. I think he may have gotten it.
Well, he should. It's our home. It's our home field. We get the spot. If it's a matter of 6 inches, give it to us.
They're going to measure it right here.
But, boy, he did get tripped up just right when he got right at the line to gain. So it's all going to come down to the spot here and where the marker spots it here.
So 1:31 to go in the third quarter, and the biggest measurement of the night. They stretch the chains, and he's short by about half a length of the football. Lake Hamilton does get the stop, and the Wolves take over on downs as Shiloh ran power, and Griffin Mason couldn't get it. So the Wolves with a stop and a 27-21 lead here in the third quarter, and give credit to the Lake Hamilton defense. They made some plays when they had to right there as the Saints couldn't get the push they needed to get the first down.
Yeah, and I know that is just that's frustrating. Boy, that's frustrating for the players. It's frustrating for the coaches, the fans. Man, you're just moving the ball there and just not able to keep it going.
So 1:31 to go third quarter. We flip it back on the Saint defense. Got to make some plays. Lake Hamilton with the 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line, leading 27-21. West under center. There's a snap. He's going to hand it coming this way and hit in the backfield by Hudson Ball, and thrown backwards is the running back, number 1, Murphy. So they went back to the play they've had some success on tonight, but they ran it at Hudson Ball that time, and Hudson had none of that. So a loss on the play of 1, 2nd down and 11.
And this is what you want if you're the Saint defense. Get them behind the chains. 2nd and 11 here. And, again, offense is just struggling to get the ball in the end zone tonight, relying on our defense. We've got to buckle down here on the defensive side.
56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lake Hamilton with a 2nd and 11. They run the quarterback sneak this time. They've seen this formation. Quarterback just throws it in the ground, but there's a stoppage of play. Lake Hamilton may have gotten a false start. Let's see.
False start.
Well, I think
Number
the receiver
74 of the
on
offense.
left side
It's a 5-yard penalty.
started a
Second
little
down.
bit quick pre-snap. They looked they were going to throw the football there the way the quarterback dropped really quick, so it might have been why the receiver took off a little early. So 2nd down and now 16 for Lake Hamilton. St. Defense got them kind of where they want them at this point. Backed up in their own end and 2nd and long. You would guess the way Lake Hamilton's managed the clock, this will be the last play of the third quarter. West sees whatever defensive lineman the Saints are going to throw at him. Now he runs his man in motion. Back to pass. West whistle.
Another flag on the near
number,
side here.
I think number 10 for Lake Hamilton, the wide receiver,
False start.
Hagen
Number
Tyler, is going to
74
get
the
called for his
offense.
2nd consecutive
5-yard
false
penalty.
start.
2nd down.
So Lake Hamilton, who'd only had 2 penalties through most of the third quarter, has committed about 4 in a very short time frame here, and now they're backed up at their own 6 with 23 seconds left to go in the quarter. Lake Hamilton doesn't have to run a play if they don't want to, and my guess is they're not. So, Cliff, we're going to wind up the third quarter here. And so far, I guess got to give Lake Hamilton credit. They have answered every time the Saints have gotten it in the end zone. They've come right back and scored.
Yeah, they really have, and they played 3 good quarters, but we have 1 quarter of play left. We have 12 minutes. You've got a team that is trying to, as a ball control team, they're trying to run the clock down and get out of here with a win. You got another team that I feel like has been really, since the first drive that Shiloh scored to start the game, they've been playing catch-up, and it's been an uphill battle for these Saints. The rest of the second quarter and third quarter, and here we are in the fourth, and, you know, that's why you play 4 quarters. The game's not over after 3. You play 4. A lot of things can happen here in the fourth quarter, so we need our defense to step up here, get a stop, force a punt, force a turnover, and get our offense back on the field and hopefully have a chance to not keep shooting ourselves in the foot, but let's shoot it in the end zone.
Yeah, Saints seniors on senior night going to have a good fourth quarter as they'll flip the chains and they'll go all the way from one end of the field to the other.
Yeah, talking about the seniors, 15 seniors again. Let me just call out their names because we don't always call their names out during the play. But Dalton Carnes, you got Gray Colbert, Will Anderson, Wyatt Brennan, Tristan Carpenter, Braden McLean, Braxton Kirby, Hudson Ball, Isaac Smith, Nick Wagner, Carter Henley, Zach Weeks, Andrew Dawson, Sid Scott, and Ben Carlisle, the 15 seniors on this 2024 Shiloh Saint football team.
Lake Hamilton backed up about their own 7-yard line with a 2nd down and 21 as they will get ready to start the fourth quarter. Saint defense has forced 3 turnovers tonight. Boy, you take another one right here and give yourself a short field. Lake Hamilton's really only had 1 effective long pass play tonight, so you just got to be alert here. 2nd and 21. West is going to hand it coming this way, and they've got a little bit of room to the 10 to the 15, and then Gray Colbert's going to come up and get him down right at the 15. So a gain of 8 for Murphy before Colbert comes up and makes the stop. So now 3rd down coming up for Lake Hamilton to 15. They need to get out to the 28, so 3rd and 13 on play number 2 of quarter number 4.
Yeah, we can give up a few yards here if they choose to run the ball, but we can't give up, say, 12 where it comes up to 4th and 1, because I think at that point Lake Hamilton will probably try to go for it and keep this drive going, keep milking the clock. So we need to stop in the backfield or knock the ball away if it's a pass.
Back to pass. West looking, got plenty of time, throws it and got a man wide open. Caught 35-40 and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So 3rd and 13, and Lake Hamilton gets number 10, Hagen Tyler, loose. So Tyler makes up for his couple false starts and gets one, and Lake Hamilton gets out of it to the 41-yard line as Kemp made the stop. But good protection by the offensive line of Lake Hamilton there. Saints didn't get any pressure, and the quarterback, West, had plenty of time to get his man open. So we didn't see what we haven't seen tonight from Lake Hamilton, and that's their punter. He has not gotten on the field yet, as every drive is either a touchdown or a turnover for Lake Hamilton. Hopefully the Saints can either get the turnover or see the punter for the first time at the 41-yard line. Running back Murphy's got some room, 45 to the 46, and taken down at the 47, but he gets 6 yards on first down. Good run there, and Gray Colbert is down on the left side corner. So Saints are getting thin at the defensive back position. As we've seen Salter go down, and now Colbert's down as well.
Yeah, Gray, if I remember right, last week at Silent Springs got dinged up a little bit towards the end of the game, and we'll see what the situation is here. He's one of our seniors again that have led this team well this fall. You know, several seniors, I was just going to say this, several of them have some football offers at the next level. Obviously, we've talked about Carter Henley committing to Harding. We also have Hudson Ball committed to UNLV. But Dalton Carnes, he's got an offer from Wheaton up in the Chicago area. Andrew Dawson he picked up an offer from Harding this week. So he's got an offer at Southern Arkansas and Harding. And Sid Scott also has an offer at Southern Arkansas. So congrats to those guys. Don't know if all of them will choose to take that route or not, but we do know 2 are committed, Carter Henley to Harding and Hudson Ball, UNLV.
Well, you got guys on that defensive front who've got some college offers, because that means they can make plays. And, boy, the Saints need one right here. Ball's at the 47, 2nd and 4 for Lake Hamilton, doing everything they want to do in this game right now. 10:44 to go, 27-21. Wolves have the lead. Quarterback sneak, as West is just going to see his big offensive line just push the Saint defense back down to the 48. It's another first down.
I mean, that's just a solid 4-yard push there. Shiloh's defensive line is off the ball about 2 yards, so you're really kind of giving up 2 yards there. And I'm going to say it's kind of easy for Lake Hamilton to pick up 4 or 5 yards there on a push like that.
Wolves at the 47, first down. They were at their own 6 a few minutes ago, and they have come out of the hole and moved it across midfield. Saint defense needs to get a negative play of some sort for Lake Hamilton. Wolves going to send a man in motion. They're going to hand it this way on the jet sweep to the 45, and then he's going to be pushed back and just planted by Chandler Kemp. So loss on the play is the running back for Lake Hamilton there. A little slow to get up, but Jackson who took the handoff there. So giving forward progress to the 45, so he'll get 2 before he gets pushed backwards. 2nd and 8 coming up. Time coming in factor. We're under 10 minutes now, 9:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Saints had to burn a timeout earlier after a big offensive penalty, so they are 1 short of where you'd like to be, down 27-21 to Lake Hamilton in the fourth quarter. Barton on the left. They're going to hand it coming this way to Murphy. Turns a quarter to the 40. He's got the first down, and Murphy runs out of bounds at the 36-yard line and moves the chain. So another first down, as Murphy's done a good job when he's gotten outside to get to the corner, as Lake Hamilton keeping it balanced on the inside and outside run game into the 36, and it's a first down. Murphy running out of bounds did stop the clock, though, with 9:02 left, which is becoming a factor. And, boy, Cliff, with 9 minutes left, you're almost at the point. You just can't afford to give up any more points.
No, absolutely not. You cannot give up a score here. Time is not on Shiloh's side. Everything going Lake Hamilton's way. The tempo of the game is exactly how they want it to go.
At the 36, quarterback. Well, that was interesting. Everybody moved but the center. The quarterback was even trying to take the snap and go forward without a center. So a false start.
Offense. It's a 5-yard penalty.
He's going to bring it back to
First
the
down.
41. So a 1st and 15. So that time the center didn't get the quarterback sneak message, and the Wolves are going to lose 5 yards. Back to the back for a 1st and 15 at the 41. Saints have forced 3 turnovers in this game. Unfortunately, the offense has only been able to turn one of those turnovers into points. And that sets an important mark right here as Shiloh trails by 6 with 8:43 left to go in the football game. West under center. He's going to hand it to his fullback, Barton. He breaks one tackle, and then he just falls forward to the 39. Doesn't get much, but he did avoid the lost play that it could have been happened there. So Barton gets 3, so it's going to be second down and about 13 for Lake Hamilton. 8:18 to go in the football game. Wolves at the St. 39.
Well, and really what's happening here, I mean, we're at 8:10 remaining here in this game, and like we've said, just running out of time here. Lake Hamilton using the whole play clock, and they are content to doing that. The way the game is going, really the whole game has just been in their favor. They've controlled the tempo.
Quarterback's going to run the screen here, and he throws it. Can the Saints blow it up? And nope, he breaks a tackle, and Barton just runs over a Saint defender all the way to the 30. It's Colbert who made the stop. Colbert's back in the game, and he got Barton down, and if he doesn't get him down, he's going to score, and Colbert is unfortunately down. So Gray, who just come back in the game, goes back down as he stopped Barton and saved the touchdown, but he took a shot from the big 240-pound fullback. So, and Cliff, you got to give credit to Lake Hamilton. You kind of see the screen coming right there, but they executed it well.
Yeah, they really have. And, again, Gray Colbert, one of the seniors on the team there, and he's he's giving it his all. Boy, he got knocked down earlier and took some plays off and got back in there. In first play, you just got a big running back coming right at you. So hopefully Gray will be all right here. But 7:37 remaining here, and again, this is a drive. They're about 3rd and 4. It looks like 3.5 maybe that Lake Hamilton needs. That Shiloh, we have to stop them here. I mean, we're just using way too much time here. But again, you give Lake Hamilton credit. They have played the game that they play, and they've come up here to Northwest Arkansas and controlled the game.
Well, you see Dr. Yolanen out with our trainer, which is usually not a good sign, as they have the bag with the air cast there. So usually tells you probably something bad has happened to the senior Gray Colbert, who again was injured earlier, kind of came back into the game and made the tackle there, but went down. So they were going to work on Gray with 7:37 to go in the fourth quarter, with the Saints trailing the Wolves by 6.
Yeah, looking at some other scores here in Northwest Arkansas, we've got Fayetteville already won over Rogers Heritage. Had a running clock there, 42-0. Springdale Harbor and Rogers. Rogers is up 49-35. And then also a running clock score, Bentonville all over Springdale, 38-0. So those are some local scores. We're watching a game in the 6A East for playoff implications. Pretty big game. Marion and Little Rock Catholic. Marion at 5-0 in the East, and Little Rock Catholic at 4-1. Little Rock Catholic's a good game. Little Rock Catholic leads Marion 16-14 in the fourth quarter. And then again, games in the 6A West, our conference here, Greenwood all over Southside, 70-14. Mountain Home all over Van Buren, 42-7. So you've got Mountain Home and Greenwood putting up big numbers, and they're going to play each other next week. That'll be a really good game there. Russellville 24-14 over Siloam. So what it looks like here in the 6A West, Greenwood sitting at the top alone at 6-0. Mountain Home 5-1. Well, Shiloh, I'd like to say we're going to move to 5-1, but that's uncertain right now. So Shiloh's still sitting 4-1. Lake Hamilton 3-2. So if this score holds, Shiloh would go to 4-2. Lake Hamilton would go to 4-2. Those teams would be tied for 3rd in the conference going into the final game of the season, regular season next week. Still a lot of jockeying and things that can happen next week for playoffs. Van Buren 2-4. Russellville, if they hold on, will be 3-3. And then you got Southside and Siloam at 0-6 each. Just really surprised. We were talking about that earlier. Fort Smith Southside dropping down from 7A and just winless in the conference here at the 6A West level. So anyway, you still see Gray Colbert there. Not sure if something happened to his foot, ankle area.
Yeah, you can't quite tell, but they did have an air cast out, so that's unfortunately usually a bad sign that something is broken. As you can see, the Lake Hamilton trainers who were quickly calling across the field for the Shiloh staff to go through, so you hope that those injuries never happen, but unfortunately they do from time to time. So Gray, the senior, has just really played exceptional football this year for the Saints at the defensive back position. But he will be injured here. So while they check on Gray, we'll remind you some of our platinum sponsors of 2024 Shiloh Christian Football: Harris CPA LLC, Elite Masonry, Goldfish Swim School, Carbon Designs, First National Bank. As you see, you get Gray up, and his left arm is in that air cast, which there is an ambulance that is on the left side of the field here, and they're walking Gray straight to that. So they'll keep that mobilized and send him there and get him checked out. But unfortunately for the senior, that's tough. That might have been his last snap of competitive football if the injury looks as bad as what we see right there. So Dr. Yolanen, who helps our medical team, kind of checking on him. So lucky to have such a good doctor who can help take care of us on Friday night. Saints with 7:33 to go. Now they'll restart the clock and it'll start running again. Lake Hamilton with a third down and a long three at the Saint 30. So while there's not much emotion in the stadium right now because of the injury, it's really a critical play right here. Saints trying to get a stop and force Lake Hamilton into fourth down. Saints shift. They'll see what they do on the defensive front. Every other time it's been a quarterback under center. This time they're going to run this way. He gets a first down, the 25, the 20, cuts back inside the 15 to the 10, and ball's going to bring him down from behind at the 10-yard line. But Lake Hamilton again on third down comes up with a big play as Murphy rips off a run. There's a flag down at the 8. So we'll see what this is about. Well, the way the Lake Hamilton players are acting, this may be against Shiloh. Let's
After
see.
the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2 of the defense. That's a half the distance to the goal. Result of the play is a first down.
So an unsportsmanlike penalty after the play against Shiloh. Couldn't quite understand who the announcer was. So first and goal at the 5 for Lake Hamilton. Boy, the Saints are in the ultimate back against the wall scenario right now. Lake Hamilton with the lead, the ball, and a first and goal with the clock running, and we're about to be halfway through the fourth quarter. Saint defense has got to force at least a field goal, but either way, you're probably going to be down 2 scores after this possession. Well, first and goal, they've got Murphy and Barton in the backfield. West going to hand it to Murphy, coming left, and he's hit and taken down by Pullen. He's going to lose yardage back to the 7, so second and goal there. Went to that play, Murphy off the side that's been successful for them tonight. Couldn't get anything there, so second and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and Lake Hamilton, again, just content to being inside the 5-yard line here, running clock, using all the play clock, using every down that they have before they punch it in. Now, obviously, if they can get it in, they will, because that'll put them up 2 scores.
There's a handoff to the fullback, and he's going to be stuffed by Gonzalez.
Another
at the
flag.
44.
Another flag thrown. So I don't know if
Lake Hamilton's 55 lost his helmet, and somebody in a blue jersey may have helped him lose that helmet, unfortunately.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, Shiloh has just shot themselves in the foot too many times with penalties. Careless penalties. Penalties we're not used to seeing this team make.
Yep,
so they've got to have cooler heads than this. I understand it's frustrating that the game has not gone the way that you want to, but well, you cannot have costly penalties that penalize your team and just help the other team out.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 2 is Shiloh Christian. That's his second unsportsmanlike foul. He has been disqualified.
Wow.
Well, so that penalty, we couldn't understand who the first one was on, but it was on Cohen Beach, and he also had the last unsportsmanlike conduct. So with 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, Cohen Beach has been disqualified from this game and out, and it gives Lake Hamilton a half a distance to the goal penalty. So 3rd down and 3 coming up. Boy, St. just got to get a stop somehow, some way. West under center. Quarterback sneak, and he gets to the 1. He fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball. The Saints have it. Carter Henley's got it. Shiloh recovers the fumble underneath. Oh, my goodness. Lake Hamilton had it at the 1, and they fumble the football. I said Henley got it. I think it may have been Slaughter who came up with it. I think Henley may have stripped it, and Slaughter got it. But, oh, my goodness, Lake Hamilton, who was a yard away from maybe a game-sealing touchdown, fumbles, and it's now 27-21. Saints down by 6, backed up at their own 2-yard line with 5:17 left. And, Cliff, we go back to that missed extra point. If the Saints can go score and execute it, they would have the lead. So a game-changing play with 5:17 left to go. Creighton, though, got to be careful deep in his own end right here. Cole hands it off right up the middle. Griffin Mason to the 5. He gets hit hard at the 6 and pulled down there. But Griffin gains 4. Saints get a little breathing room and get it out. 2nd down. 5:04 to go in the football game. Saints have 2 timeouts, but they got 94 yards to cover. There's the snap. Griffin coming this way, trying to get outside. Griffey's to the 6, and that's about it. Gets maybe a yard at most. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, I feel like Shiloh has just been backed up on 3rd down all night long. They have not had any easy 3rd downs, and now here at a key point of the game with 4:35 remaining, where are you at? About the 6-yard line. Man, you really need to pick up another 6-7 yards.
Yeah. Saints need to get just past the 12. 3rd down. Got to execute right here and find a way to get a 1st down. Carnes is going to get set to the left. They hand it off. Griffin Mason coming this way, and Griff has slipped down at the 6. No gain. Lake Hamilton just stretched it out. Nothing doing. Saints ran it to the short side, and Lake Hamilton gets him on the ground. So now decision time for Shiloh. 4:15 to go in the game. It's 4th down and 7 at your own 6-yard line. If you punt, you only have 2 timeouts with a ball control team. So a couple 1st downs by Lake Hamilton, and they can end the game.
Yeah, you really can't give the ball back and then let Lake Hamilton run the clock out. We got to keep this drive going and punch it in the end zone.
Well, let's see what Cole Creighton can do here on 3rd down. Steps, fires down the middle. It is incomplete at the 29-yard line. Oh, the Saints had it, but they couldn't hang on to it, and it's going to turn it over on downs as the pass was intended for Carnes, and the senior made a diving effort, but he just couldn't get it, and Dalton had gotten behind the defense but couldn't rail it in. Now 4:10 to go in the football game. It's 27-21. It's a Cliff, I'm going to think way ahead for you right here. If the Saints were to fall tonight, you have Mountain Home, Lake Hamilton at 4-2. Tiebreaker points could become very important down at the stretch right here if assuming that Mountain Home falls next week. So this may sound silly and you may wind up short, but giving up a field goal here versus giving up a touchdown might really matter next Saturday morning. So Saint defense, even though things look bleak, got to find a way to not give up a touchdown right here. West going to hand it off to the fullback, and he goes right into the end zone for the Lake Hamilton touchdown. They just plow it in over the right side as they've done effectively all night as Barton scores, and it's now a 2-score game, 33-21. Lake Hamilton, you would assume, would go for 2 here and try to make it a 2-score game. Well, give the Lake Hamilton defense credit. Saints get the huge turnover on defense, and Shiloh can't get a 1st down out of it. So big 2-point play here. Swinging gate formation for Lake Hamilton. They're just going to pitch it and run straight ahead, and he dives in for the 2-point conversion. So Lake Hamilton powers their way forward again, and it's up to a 14-point game, 35-21 with 4:05 left to go in the football game. So the Saints are going to have to score in a hurry and probably get some type of onside kick in this scenario, trailing 35-21 with 4:05 left. And, boy, Cliff, you just put yourself in a massive hole right here.
Yeah, you really did. I mean, I look back over the play chart the whole game. I mean, Shiloh has had opportunities, but not able to convert. They scored touchdowns on their first 2 drives. Then the next 2 drives, they missed field goals. Then you come out of the half and turn the ball over on downs. You have a long touchdown run by Cole. Then the last 2 drives, Shiloh turns it over on downs again. And so they've had opportunities. I mean, Lake Hamilton, they have had 9 drives tonight. Check this out, 9 drives. 5 have been touchdowns, 4 have been turnovers. And Shiloh has not converted tonight. It's just been one of those games that Shiloh's just not able to get it going. And now there's still 4:05 left, and you're right. I mean, we can go down and score quickly, and we can convert an onside kick. So we'll see if it comes to that.
Well, a good return would be a good way to start. At the 5, up to the 10, 15, Carnes is not going to get that good return. He's taken down immediately at the 18-yard line. Great kickoff coverage by Lake Hamilton. So the Wolves just continue to play excellent football. They've done everything they've wanted to do at the 18. Shiloh needs a chunk play and a score in a hurry. So Shiloh's known for their 30 and 45-second touchdown drives, and boy, could you use one right here to get the ball back. 3:59 left and only 2 timeouts for the Saints, so you're going to have to get it back with more than 2 minutes left to have a chance. Creighton's got Kemp to the left, 2 receivers to the right. They'll send Carnes in motion this way. Hand off, nope, play action. Going to fire it out. It's going to be caught by Kemp, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 31-yard line. So that moves the chains to first down. That also stops the clock with 3:53 left to go. So you think if Lake Hamilton's going to play off a little bit, Saints may just take the quick outs and see how quickly they can get down the field. Trips to the wide side of the field. Play action here. Got Kemp over the middle, down the field. Can he catch it? Yes, at the 30, 25, 20, and tipped up at the 16-yard line. There's the chunk play we needed, all the way down to the 16 as they hit Kemp with a big play. Saints rushing down the field as fast as they can. The clock has not started because the football's not set. There it goes with 3:36 left to go. Cole Creighton back to pass, looks left, got time, fires a bullet. It's caught by Kemp at the 5, and he's down there. First and goal for the Saints. 3:26, 3:25, and Kemp is down as he got driven into the ground on the left sideline. Chandler immediately takes his helmet off,
Injury timeout.
that doesn't look good for him. Boy, the Saints have just been eaten up with injuries tonight. Salter's gone down. Kemp has gone down. Gray Colbert has gone down. Just been a tough physical game with Lake Hamilton, but the Saints have moved it down to the 5-yard line with 3:21 left, as we'll check on Chandler Kemp, who's had a great junior season for the Saints at wide receiver.
Yeah, and we talked about this earlier in the season as we move up to 6A and just the beating that we will endure week in and week out. I shouldn't say beating, but just the physicality of playing 6A football. I mean, next to the highest classification here in the state of Arkansas. And so we talked about depth, being a smaller school, but being bumped up. How's our depth going to sustain the season? We've seen Cole Creighton out, and then we've seen other guys get hurt here or there. And so you just wonder if we've kind of reached that point where the wear and tear of a season, a physical football season, is catching up to us.
All right, so there's the snap. Saints with 3:17 left to go. Creighton's got the play. Sends Brody Francis in motion to the right. Cole rolls this way, looking screen back this way. It's going to be a walk-in touchdown for Griffin Mason. Well, they got to him at the 1, but Griff scores a touchdown, and Shiloh puts it in. So a quick drive, which was exactly what we needed, makes it 35-27. So I'll let Cliff give us the time on that drive when he gets the second here, counting up yardage. Saints with a big extra point, 35-27. If you make this, you get it back to a 6-point game. Lake Hamilton's running a player off the sidelines. He gets off. as Pullen's on for the extra point. Snap is a little high, but the kick is up and good. So it's 35-28 with 3:07 left. The most important thing is you give that drive and you keep it outside of 2 minutes so you can get the stop.
Yeah, 52-second drive there by Shiloh. As you see the replay here, set up nicely. Good blocking on the outside. Give it to your workhorse, your everything back, the junior Griffin Mason. Griffin's had a great night. Again, kind of battling a little bit of injury bug himself, but Griffin 18 rushes for 124 yards, 1 touchdown. He's caught 4 passes now for 21 yards and a touchdown. So good quality numbers there by Griffin Mason. And then your sophomore quarterback, Cole Creighton, he is 21 of 27 passing for 210 yards tonight, 2 touchdowns, so quality numbers there. But the only number that matters is what's on the scoreboard, and it's really 3 numbers. It's 28, Shiloh, 35, Lake Hamilton, and 3:07, time left on the clock. So we'll see what Shiloh decides to do here. We're going to try an onside kick. Lake Hamilton's kind of set up for it.
Yeah, you might as well try the onside kick here. Absolutely worth it. There's a snap, and the kick. It's loose! It's loose! Who's got it? Oh, there's a pile. Man, I think Lake Hamilton fell on at the 44. It was loose, but Lake Hamilton got it at the 44. So 3:07 left to go in the game. Saints with 2 timeouts, and they're going to have to get a stop to give the offense a shot right here. Oh, Clef, we were so close right there. Loose onside kick's what you want.
Had an opportunity, but now we've got to play solid defense here. And really, to be honest, 3:07 remaining, we've got to force a turnover. Lake Hamilton, they have shown tonight they're going to use the whole clock. They have shown us that they can pick up yards on first down. They can pick up yards second down, third down. We have to force a turnover here if we want to get the ball back and have a shot.
Pretty simple here. First down, and it's almost over. There's a handoff, and they're going to get it on the first play to the 40s. Well, maybe not. Yolanda gets him down, but he gets 9 on first down. Murphy on the way, and, boy, you'd almost just been better giving him the first down there in some ways, because 2nd and 1 is in the wheelhouse of Lake Hamilton. They run another play, run more time off the clock, and get it. So 2:46 to go. If they can get a first down and Saints use both timeouts, they get it under 2 minutes, they can just take a knee and end this one. Down 35-28 is Shiloh to Lake Hamilton here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, this will be a tough loss if it ends up being a loss for these 15 seniors.
Lake Hamilton is going to quarterback sneak it ahead. He gets stoned pretty good, but let's see. West did not get it. He stopped short.
Well, again, that probably helps Lake Hamilton, really, to be honest. It's 3rd and short. Clock continues to run. Shiloh does have 2 timeouts left, but they're choosing not to use it right now. But I think, I think after the next play, you probably have to. We're under 2 minutes now.
Well, what you want here is a stop, and if you could force Lake Hamilton to punt, even though you'd be backed up, you at least get the ball back. Well, defensive line, linebacker, safety, everybody is going to cram this as much as they can. 3rd and an inch. Lake Hamilton will check to whatever play they want. Let's see what they run here. Now they're going to call a timeout as the play clock was at 4. So minute 39 to go. It is 3rd down and 1 for Lake Hamilton at the Shiloh 45-yard line. Saints have 2 timeouts left, but got to find a way to keep Lake Hamilton from getting this first down. Saints will travel to Van Buren next week for the final regular season game of 2024 as Shiloh, and we'll close it out the conference play with Van Buren. So if the Saints can't come back in this one, basically your hope is that Greenwood is able to beat Mountain Home, and then you go into a tiebreaker for points, basically, for the 2nd seed in the playoffs. So 35-28, a minute 39 left to go, 3rd down and 1 for Lake Hamilton. And if you're the Wolves and you were dreaming about this 3.5-hour trip that they were about to make tonight, this is the situation they would have given anything for with their big offensive line, a 3rd and 1 at the Saint 45 to basically win the game. Lake Hamilton quickly up to the line of scrimmage. West under center. He's going to hand it off, coming this way, and gets the first down to the 41-yard line. As Murphy, who's done it all night, gets to the 41. Saints will use a timeout, but that will
Timeout.
all but do
Shiloh
it
Christian.
for Lake Hamilton
So
as they
second
get
of
the
the half.
first down. So give Murphy credit. He got it over the left side, and that's what they've been able to do all night. So Shiloh will use a timeout with 1:35 left, but Lake Hamilton now pretty much has this game where they want it, 35-28. So Shiloh will basically hope for some kind of turnover at this point, as Lake Hamilton, even though they've turned it over 4 times tonight, they have not punted as they've scored on every other possession. A very unique game for the Wolves with the turnovers and the points. You don't see that very often, but they've done it the way they've wanted to. So very quickly, while we have a final timeout, or 1 more timeout left of this game, elite video sponsors are Shiloh Christian Football, Geo Services, Roush Coleman Homes, McClarty Daniel. Champion video sponsors Chick-fil-A of Springdale, Mr. Sparky Telecom, Mathis Home, Pavecom, Elite Visitor Press Box by Smith & Davis Orthodontics, Arvest Scoreboard, and Elite Championship sponsors Reliable Poultry, Roush Coleman Homes, Quality Millwork, and Advanced Primary Care. Saints have Lake Hamilton with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line with 1:35 left. Shiloh with only 1 timeout remaining. Oh, the left side of the line jumps offside, so that'll back them up 5. 1st down and 15 coming up for Lake Hamilton.
On the offense, it's a 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
So the Wolves will be back at their 46. Yardage not the thing right now for Lake Hamilton. They just have to take care of the football. Saints are trying. That defense will try to force a turnover any way they can and give the offense 1 more shot, down 35-28. Clock not running, but Lake Hamilton kind of still milking the play clock as much as they can. West is going to hand it to his fullback, and he's going to rumble down to the 39-yard line. Good hard run there by Barton. Saints will use their final timeout as the ball's at the 39 with a minute 29 seconds left to go in the game, and 2nd down and 8 coming up for Lake Hamilton.
So if Shiloh ends up losing this game, and still a lot can be determined, season's not over by any stretch. It's just not ideal. You want to win on senior night. You want to you want that number 2 seed, in the conference, so you can have a bye week. Again, we've been dinged up a little bit. It'd be great to have a bye week and get fresh before we make a playoff run. But even if we drop to the 3 seed, you still have a home playoff game on November 15th, so that's good. You get 1 playoff game here against the 6th seed from the East. Not sure who that will be. Not going to speculate. You win that game, 2nd round of the playoffs, then you go on the road, and then you would the bad thing is we would be in the same side of the bracket as Greenwood, assuming that they're the 1 seed out of our conference. We'd have to meet up with them in the semis to get to Little Rock. So you'd really like to play those guys in Little Rock, not in the semis, but it may, yeah, it's for sure. So still a lot can be determined, but that's kind of what things are looking like right now. But we'll just have to see what happens next week and how the whole tiebreaker thing works.
Handoff Murphy left side. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. 3rd down, clock, minute 25 left. And again, tiebreaker points could be important. So I don't know if the Saints are going to get the ball stop and get a ball here, but if you look at the 3 games between the 2 teams, Lake Hamilton lost last week big. The Saints had a big win over Mountain Home, and you're going to have a relatively close game here. So you would think in a 3-way tie, the Saints would probably, if they don't give up another score here, they would wind up in the better end of the 3-way tie, potentially. But also, that all comes down to Mountain Home losing next week against Greenwood. Now, Lake Hamilton's going to take a timeout with 2 on the play clock and 48 seconds left to go in the game.
Hey, I'm not going to discount Mountain Home at all. I mean, they've been impressive. Have lost their quarterback at times, and they just keep rolling and playing great football, having one of the best seasons they've ever had, the Bombers. So, that Greenwood game next week is going to be huge for playoff implications and a conference championship for sure. But I'm not going to throw out the Mountain Home yet, but we'll see. Greenwood seems to be very motivated. They were very motivated before the tragedy this week, but just seeing what they've done tonight with against Fort Smith Southside, I mean that's pretty impressive that they have put up the numbers that they have put up tonight.
So 48 seconds left to go with a 40-second play clock. Lake Hamilton's probably going to have to do something on fourth down, but with 48 seconds, if they can run 2 plays and kill 8.5 seconds, they're going to walk out of here with a win without having to turn the football over, as it's 3rd down and 8. And I'm sure the Lake Hamilton coaches across the way have done the same calculations with a clock that we have. They know they need to kill 8.5 seconds with this play and potentially a 4th down run play. Quarterback's going to hand it to the fullback, Barton. Barton's going to be, they try to strip him, but obviously he's holding on to the ball 35 seconds. 42 seconds left when the play went dead. There's about 3 seconds between game clock and play clock, so Lake Hamilton will have to snap it, but on 4th down, they can probably just snap it and run backwards and all but run this clock out if they manage it right. So Lake Hamilton does have a timeout left. My assumption is they'll probably just take the delay of game and run as much time off and then see if they can kill 3 seconds on a 4th down play here. At the 35-yard line of Shiloh is where the ball sits. And so Lake Hamilton, clock goes to 3.5 seconds left as they use their final timeout to, again, save the delay of game. So Shiloh will be on the road next week at Van Buren to close out the regular season, and then the playoffs would start 2 weeks from tonight at either Champion Stadium or with a bye, depending on what happens in the seeding. But
well, I like your scenario that you're talking about, the whole tiebreaker deal, and so really we need to become Greenwood Bulldog fans next week, big time. Nothing against Mountain Home, but let's let Greenwood have the conference championship, and then let's have a 3-way tie. I'm not sure who Lake Hamilton has next week, but seeing how they played tonight, they've already gone through the gauntlet of this conference schedule. They played Greenwood, they played Mountain Home, and now they played Shiloh, and won one of those 3 that they needed to win. And so they're going to have a lesser team next week. So you kind of got to think that Lake Hamilton's probably going to win that game, just based on conference records. I'm just assuming here, obviously, that you go to Van Buren and we take care of business next week, and then again Greenwood beats Mountain Home. You got 3-way tie, do the whole tiebreaker deal. We'll just see how all that shakes out. But this is a tough loss for these seniors. But hopefully it won't be the last game on this field for them. Hopefully we'll have at least one playoff game here in a couple weeks.
Lake Hamilton's got to kill 3.5 seconds as West will be under center. Got to think he's just going to run backwards here. Now he's going to hand it to his fullback, and he's thrown. Oh, he stayed on his feet, and that'll kill the clock. So he goes down, and that ends the game, and Lake Hamilton has taken the long trip from South Arkansas, and they get a victory in Northwest Arkansas. So final score, Lake Hamilton 35 and Shiloh 28, as the Wolves, give them credit. They played an outstanding football game from start to finish tonight, and they found a way to win on the road when they were the most desperate and had to do it. And so something you don't see very often, the Saints taking a loss at home at Champion Stadium, but the Wolves do it tonight as they win at 35-28 over Shiloh. And so Cliff, a tough senior night loss, but you just got to go to practice next week and say, we got to get better and we got to go win next week because it matters.
Well, I would also say even if they had won tonight, you got to go to practice next week and you got to get better. I mean, we have been on thin ice at times in certain aspects of our game and on both sides of the ball at times this season. And tonight it cost us a victory. So got to get better, but the season's not over. I mean, it hurts tonight, and it's frustrating tonight, and it's difficult tonight. But we've got one more game we have to win next week, and then we go into the playoffs and see what we can do. So teams have counted us out around the state in the past, and what have we done in the past 5 years? We've ended our season in Little Rock. So there'll be a lot of people around the state that see this score and see an upset coming up here by these Wolves, and again, give them credit. But these Saints they'll work hard. Coaches will work hard, and we'll put a good product on the field in Van Buren next Friday night.
Yep, credit to Lake Hamilton. They got off the mat after 2 rough weeks and come up and get a big win tonight, 35-28 over Shiloh. So for our crew, Ryan Dunaway and his crew, we will see you next Friday night from Van Buren for the final regular season game. Again, our final score here, Lake